Welcome to the DCS. I'm joined today by Traston7.
Hey.
Traston7 is currently not on the screen, but we'll put him on the screen because that's what we do here at the DCS. We fix problems when they show up. Alright, Traston's going to have to look a little different than normal. He'll look like this. But it's fine, because Traston adapts to any situation he's put in. Now, I'll be your host today, Michael Bumbo. I'm joined today by high elo, Mordekaiser main, incredibly talented and veteran player, Traston7. How are you doing today, Traston?
I'm doing pretty good today, Michael. Just wanted to say I'm joined here by, high elo, Thresh main, League of Legends master analyst, Michael Rumbo, also known as Marksman Slave. He's a support. What can he do?
Yeah, well, thank you for the introduction, Traston. Today we're going to see these players play the games of their lives. These players will never be the same after the DCS. The DCS truly makes people have the most fun they've ever had in their lives, including, but not limited to, Jeff Bezos. He actually played in the DCS 20 years ago. Back in that time, Jeff Bezos was just a small, young man, but after he came out of it, he became one of the greatest entrepreneurs in the world. Let's see whether or not these players can also end up like that. Now, on the agenda today, we're going to be checking in with some of the people we have a reporter right now in the DCS official stadium getting coverage on what it looks like on the ground. Now, we'll be going to him live now. Yeah, hello, Michael Rumbo. I'm here at the DCS Stadium. It looks incredibly packed today. There are just so many people everywhere, all over the place. The DCS has been, there's about, I think the attendance was 300,000 people, maybe more. It looks like it's just jam-packed. No one's wearing masks. They're all too hyped up. 6 feet, more like less than 6 inches between each person. The stadium jam-packed, so many people. People are screaming, Team Asian Sky Knight, Team Hoppa United, all over the place. It's just absolutely crazy down here. I hope that they enjoy the game, that this will be one of the greatest things that they've seen. Back to you, Michael. Yeah, thank you very much for that, the stadium introduction there. Really getting a ground view of what it looks like to watch the DCS where it's meant to be watched. Truly just a jam-packed place. Moving next on the agenda, we're going to be talking to Zykel Zumbo, the president of the DCS, the benefactor of these skins, and maybe one of the best League of Legends and entrepreneurs in the world. Move to that now. Hello, players. My name is Zykel Rumbo, and I am the president of the Dolphinos Championship Series. I would like to congratulate each and every one of you for making it to the DCS. During this tournament, you'll be challenged in every aspect of your life. Your League of Legends skill, your interpersonal communication skills, and your ability to adapt to any situation. Now, you may be thinking, what have I gotten myself into? And I know what this feels like. When I was just a man, a boy, starting out as the DCS president, 30 years ago, I had the same thought process. I was scared, I was frightened, and I didn't know how to get past these fears because so many people were counting on me to win. Now, knew I had to adapt somehow, and I pushed as hard as I could. And when I pushed myself as hard as I could, I became the best Dolphinos Championship Series president that we have seen. Now, I believe that together with your team, you can push to win the Dolphinos Championship Series. I've put aside a small portion of my fortune to give to the winning team and to the most for fun player. Even if you don't win the tournament, you may have the chance to be the most for fun player. And I sincerely hope that each and every one of you tries to push as hard as you can to become this player. Most importantly, do not forget that this is a completely for fun tournament. Thank you, and good luck in the DCS. An absolutely amazing video by Zykel Zumbo, the benefactor of the entire DCS. Great man. Reached above Challenger multiple times throughout his career. Truly a visionary of League of Legends and the Dolphinos Championship Series. You know, Traston, I believe that you were in contact with Zykel Zumbo throughout your career. Do you know about him?
Yeah, he got me to where I was today. He told me, just start playing Mordekaiser and you'll start climbing, and I've been maining him ever since. I really owe my career to him, to be honest.
It's an amazing man.
Truly.
Moving on, we're going to get to talk about those players that Zykel Zumbo mentioned. Now, this is the beginning of some of the most serious moments of these players' lives. Up first, it's Team Agent Sky Knight. Smug Dog 110. Fresh out of the womb, it's Smug Dog 110. He's an up-and-coming rookie that has rocked the leaderboards. While he's not busy Fortnite dancing and learning his ABCs, he's dominating the Rift. With his fresh perspective on League of Legends, some of the veterans here have a new player to fear on the Rift. Up next, Lee Shan. Lee Shan, the greatest wild card of this tournament, has been tossed around multiple teams before finding out that he can finally refrain from dying before a dragon. Sometimes. Brian is an extremely consistent player in terms of shitting the bed or shitting the enemy team's bed. Which bed will Brian shit this game? Up next, Your Hate Amuses Me. Professional Flamer, 80 carry main, Freezer with the ability to ego one anyone, is Your Hate Amuses Me. His consistent performance in the bot lane has him thinking that the bot lane must be trolling every game just from how easy it is to win every game. Can Your Hate Amuses Me transfer his 80 carry skills onto more difficult champions? His performance will tell. Up next, Kitty Cat, or as LS would like to call her, LS is son, child, daughter. Professional, is it LS or is it Kitty Cat? No one really knows because of how similar they communicate. With a champ pool 8 times the size of the other resident mid lane player in Dolphinos, Kitty Cat is one of the most versatile laners there are. Kitty Cat's mechanical prowess makes LS follow her backwards every time that he sees her in game. Shopkeeper loses to Kitty Cat every game. Up next, Mental Gym. If you could rename the Swiss Army knife to the Asian Army knife, it would be a sufficient way to describe Mental Gym. With the ability to play any role at a high caliber, he's a force to be reckoned with. Even if he might look like a burnt taco, he is more dangerous than you could ever imagine. We'll see how this Asian Army knife can pile the champions assigned to him. Up next, we're going to be looking at Team Hoppa United. Starting off, Element Zero. Star player Element Zero will be joining us tonight. He started as a mid laner and eventually took the disastrous move to the bot lane. This player is filled with regret and contempt towards everyone else. Will he be able to release his emotions, or will he continue to seethe in the background? Prescotty Man, the highest ranking League of Legends player in the entire Dolphinos server. You love to hate him. Prescotty Man. A consistent player that you won't even know is in the game unless you look at the scoreboard due to his immaculate position. And I'm hearing now we have some footage of what this positioning looks like. Let's take us to the scene now. Let me swap over. Let me check it out. Where is this? Spoilers. Going back to the main thing. That was absolutely amazing. When you see Prescotty Man positioned like that, you know what he's thinking. He's thinking Zed is going to one-shot me, even though he's 2 levels down on me, and he has no items at all compared to Prescotty Man, who is full build, even though he flashed away instantly. Halfway across the screen, off Fog of War, didn't even know where he was. Just absolutely amazing positioning by Prescotty Man. He truly needs a commendation just for his skill level there. Moving on. Navin. When you're in a game with this player, you won't be dying anytime soon. The Enchanter main who made the stunning climb to higher ranks this season, it's Navin. He specializes in making sure that others know when to buy executioners, and dealing with the flame of a very specific player in Dolphinos. Navin will surely be dominating any lane that he's placed in, and it'll be a pleasure to watch him. Next, Swoos Magoose. One of the most ancient League of Legends players in Dolphinos, it's Swoos Magoose. A force to be reckoned with, even if you don't see him around, because he doesn't play as much. Anthony has dominated the Rift throughout his entire life. While some may call him less skilled for not playing League of Legends as much, Anthony is at the ready to cocoon the haters with his Elise, and when he's not Elise, he will transfer his mechanics to any other champion. Be on the lookout for Swoos Magoose this DCS. And finally, the one you've been waiting for, it's El Chongo, the tank specialist, the monkey, your lord and savior, the God King, your Ornn Lord. It's El Chongo. We recently got to see El Chongo dominate another League of Legends tournament just before this one. In fact, it was so tough to get El Chongo past the DCS commissioners due to the concerns of balance. Will El Chongo continue his reign of terror? Or will someone step up to dethrone the God King himself? Time will tell. Moving on. We are now going to go into interviewing one person from each team before the games start to get an idea of what they're thinking about the DCS. Let's do that now. Hello, is that Prescotty Man?
Oh shit. Yeah, I mean, hey yo, man.
Prescotty Man, how do you feel about this tournament? About the DCS?
I am fired up. There is a fire burning in me, and I needed to get out. And I can't wait to smack Theo. Okay, I'm done.
Wow, just amazing how you're able to convey so much information in such a short amount of time. You know,
Truly inspirational.
Inspirational indeed. I'll be very interested to see whether or not you get the League of Legends skin. Is there anything at the top of your head that you're interested in?
I am interested in smacking Theo, Doug, Kevin, Brian, and Jimmy.
It's a long
That's
list.
just at the top of my head right
That is
now.
a long list. Do you think
Almost
you
the
can,
whole enemy team.
do you think you can smack each one of them?
I would like to. I would like to
Fuck
smack
you,
smack.
Oh,
Hey,
I
your
think,
penalty.
I think
Your
that,
penalty.
that is a possible non-for-fun penalty coming out. We'll have to keep it in mind.
Yes.
These players need to respect each other in the DCS. We take this very seriously.
See,
Abiding by DCS official rules is for fun.
Yes.
this is exactly why I want to smack them. I want to show them no respect.
Show
actually.
them how to respect.
Yes. Show them how to respect.
Let me
Kevin
just-
has none of that.
None indeed. Let me also mess with something once again because there is an error on the DCS stream. I just realized now that the DCS that I was actually going for my interview at the stadium to talk about the entire DCS, and now we're back in the studio. But Prescotty, man, thank you for the great interview. I look forward to seeing your performance during the game.
All right, thank you everyone, and see you guys on the Rift.
Will do. All right, interviewing next is Prescotty Man's rival, LS's child. It's Kitty Cat. Hello, Kitty Cat. How are you doing today? Shy one.
Whoa, hey, what's up? Hey.
Welcome to the interview phase. What are you thinking about the DCS right now? What do you think you'll win?
I mean, obviously. I mean, it's Prescotty, man.
What do you
Dude
feel?
can't play other champions.
What do you feel about what Prescotty Man said about you just moments ago?
I feel like he doesn't really know players because he's off the entire screen. So, he doesn't really know, what he's looking at.
Given that Prescotty Man listed the entire enemy team as his target, do you think you can knock his ego down a notch?
Well, considering my mechanical prowess and, my likeness to, Mo Yasuo, I think it'll be an easy game.
An easy game. Can we put you on that?
Of course.
All right,
Alright.
we'll write it down now. Time will tell whether or not Prescotty Man will be dethroned, destroyed, dominated by Kitty Cat. Is there any last words you want to say?
Don't lose to Shopkeeper and stop buying Morellos.
Thank you. Please never say that again. All right, moving on. We are now going to get into the game. I'm going to give the players the go-ahead to start the game. I'm removing the stream. Not that that was never there. All right. What will be the first ban in this series? Aatrox, absolutely great ban. He's been dominating the Rift, absolutely crazy with these recent buffs. We don't know how that would have ended, even though he wouldn't be played as a champion.
I shall endure.
Anivia, another great ban. Anivia has been the walling off the sides of the Rift. There isn't much you can do about it. Absolutely awful for certain champions that need to go through walls. Aurelian Soul, another A ban, A tier ban, A list ban. Just great, considering he's an awful champion.
The warrior spirit is never
Xin
broken.
Zhao. They knew that I wouldn't pick Xin Zhao. Aphelios. Absolutely awful champion.
Now I'm
And Alistair. Let's see what the first pick is coming out from Team Asian Sky Knight. Yasuo, first pick for Fio. This is a monumental pick. This means that Prescotty Man cannot play Yasuo, and he is stuck on the Yone. How do you think Prescott is going to be playing the Yone Trast in 7?
I think that Prescott might take some lessons from some Yones that he's been fighting recently in his games. There have been a lot of late game scaling Yones that end up carrying the game after about 25 to 30 minutes.
Absolutely.
So he definitely has a chance there. But if Fio can land a good knockup on Yasuo, Kitty Cat can land a good knockup on Yasuo, the game could be over for the enemy team.
True. And the Rumble coming out from Element Zero. It seems that they've opted not to go for Rengar. The
As
Rumble,
a strong team fight pick.
very strong team fight pick. The Yone coming out, even though that there's for sure going to be Yone coming out in the first phase. Rumble is just a great guy with his ult. Could go anywhere. Lilia coming out for your
pick.
uses
A new champion.
New champion.
Not quite certain what her place is in the meta yet, but
We will
seems
see.
strong.
We'll see this game. What
We
lane
will.
will this be in? We don't even know. Smug Dug 110. What is coming out here?
Wild card Smug Dug. We'll see what he does with his new Fortnite dances.
The Gnar.
The
It's
Gnar pick.
The Gnar pick for Brian. They're picking the Brian in first phase. And
El
the Echo
Chongo.
coming out. We're going to be seeing El Chongo on Echo, which is absolutely amazing. Just being able to see him carry and destroy these guys with the Echo.
I don't know about you, Mr. Bumbo, but I'm very excited about this game.
Oh, I am extremely excited. Looks like the Braum band coming out. Another person that didn't exist. And it probably seems that any champion besides the ones on the other list would be okay to ban, because they're not banning people-specific champions. Callista, absolutely great ban. And a Mumu.
What must be done?
Soraka getting banned off. Great pick. The Gragas coming out from Navin.
Ugh. Navin's Gragas has never been seen before, but it's sure to be deadly.
Incredibly sure. Oh, the fake out!
Oh,
Is that the Mordekaiser?
oh.
Or is it the
Is
Gragas?
it the Gragas? Is it the Mordekaiser?
Which one will he pick? It looks like it's going to be the Gragas. The Gragas comes out. So many
As a
flex
Mordekaiser
picks.
main personally, I'm disappointed in that pick.
Oh,
but
the
hopefully we'll
Zac.
see it in a future game.
That's
the
going to be
Zac pick.
Smug Dug 110 on Zac.
That's
Absolutely
such a strong
insane player.
pick.
And the silly. This team comp is looking insane.
Ugh.
It looks like Team Hoppa's United has a lot of flex picks, where Team Asian Sky Knight may be a bit more limited. Let's see what the last pick coming out is. And the Teemo. Another
Teemo
Yorl.
pick.
Another Yorl coming out. Let's see what their smaller size. They can hide behind the Gragas. I'm getting a question from Lishan in the chat. While the game is up, it will be about 3 minutes in between. So I would prefer that you do not watch the stream in the meantime, but there will be events going on. If you want to have it on the other monitor to be able to watch what's going on, you can keep it up, but close it when the game starts, because there will be advertisements playing with the 3-minute period that we have before the game starts. It looks like we got about 15 seconds left. This looks like an absolutely great lineup for both teams.
Team Asian Sky Knight seems to have a lot of team fight potential.
Quite a lot. We're going to see what
Plenty of knockups for Yasuo.
It's very true. It looks like we're going to be getting into the 3-minute spectator delay. So now we're going to go into the advertisement phase. In about 3 minutes, we'll bring you back to the game. We'll see you then. Hello. My name is Zykel Zumbo. As you all know, there's currently a lot of bad things happening in the country. But I'm here to tell you about something that's worse. There's a pandemic going on. A pandemic of people not peeling for the ADC. Now, you may think that this is something that doesn't affect me. I can play the game perfectly fine without having to have the entire team keep me in the game. However, for a select group of the population that is high risk, they cannot play normally. they cannot do things normally. I'm here to tell you that you can start to put an end to this. All you need to do is just appeal for your AD. It's not that hard. You can look at where they are. Looking at your map is also a good start too. Thank you. Hi, my name is Michael Fumbo. I'm a doctor who specializes in helping people recover from certain illnesses, such as Jordan gaslighting you. If Jordan has gaslit you in the past, you may be entitled to compensation. This is a pandemic that is affecting millions of League of Legends players, and an end must be put to it. If you need help, my help, the experts' help, call 1-800-JORDAN is gaslighting me. That is 1-800-JORDAN is gaslighting me. Thank you. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. I was talking with some of my colleagues about this really cool new hip thing that my fellow young people are doing. It's called not dying before objectives. Now, this is a really hard thing for some people to understand and grasp, but you know, it's just this really cool hip new thing. Everyone's doing it. I mean, if I were to do it, you'd want to do it too, right? Because this is just the new trend. It's up and coming. It's easy to do. You know, if you're interested, just try to not die before a dragon. Thank you. It looks like those were the ads we had in store. Looks like
It's very useful advice there.
turning down the volume a bit because I probably just blasted some people. Looks like we're getting into game in just a few seconds here. We'll be switching over the stream once it's brought up. Looks like it's loading. We're going to give it some time. Alright, looks like we can go into here. And that's not the studio. Looks like if we take a look at some of these champion masteries, it looks like the only person with the champion mastery is Mental Jin with 23,000 points on Zillion.
He is a flex pick though, so he does play every champion in the game.
That is true. Mental Jin has played quite literally every single champion that League of Legends has seen. Now, looks like we're about to be a little bit of a little hiccup right there. But it looks like we're getting into the game now. It looks very dark. Looks like this may be the format for the DCS. Yeah, just it gets you a look at what the rift looks like when the champions haven't arrived. Looks like we got the directed camera. Looks like
So the day has dawned.
Oh, we can see the chat. That's quite a development, actually. Looks like directed camera. They're bringing us down. Take a look at that. Looks like Team Hoppa. Oh wait, this is Team Asian Sky Knight, and this is Team Hoppa United. Looks like they'll be guarding the invade.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Looks like we'll take a gander here. We'll see what these champions have bought. Looks like we got a Doran's ring on Teemo. We'll adjust the portraits. It looks like Rumble mid, Echo jungle, and Yone and Gragas in the bot lane. Let's see where. Looks like Zillion support. Looks like they're still defending these jungle entrances. Looks like Zillion support. Lily with the corrupting potion. That's probably top lane. Zac with the lane. That looks like maybe that's Zac AD. Really a power pick this patch. Let's take a look at the rest of this. Maybe we can adjust the volume. Maybe I hope the volume's all right. Trasting, could you give me a lowdown on whether or not this volume is all right?
I believe that the volume probably is alright.
Alright, that sounds great. Alright, looks like I'm getting the big huge. Is this This is Gnar Jungle. Looks like this is Gnar Jungle piloted by Lee Shan. Lee Shan has played many non-meta champions. Looks like he could probably pull up Gnar as well. Check this out. Looks like there was a good leash for the Chango starting there. We'll go directed camera to see what happens next.
Mr. Bumbo, I will tell you that I will keep you informed on all top lane shenanigans, as that's the only lane I care about. Bot lane is not important.
Looks like bot lane is already looking very spicy. Jillian is showing multiple things. We'll do a little interface thing and show these summoner names just so that these people can see what they're playing with. Looks like it's just getting absolutely bombed bot lane. A lot of stuff happening. We'll get away from directed cameras and take a look. Looks like Jordan's
Your Hate Amuses Me is dominating Swoos Magoose and Farm right now. 4 over him.
That's very true. Looks like Your Hate Amuses Me is 7 farm up. And Rumble has the push. In the mid lane, looks like Helmet Zero has priority.
That could be good for El Chongo's Scuttle Crab plays.
Very true. Looks like bot lane is getting pushed in. This may not be a favorable matchup for the two, but I know that they can do it. Oh, there's some action. Looks like Your Hate Amuses Me is invading El Chongo. El Chongo has to back up. Is he going back to base? It looks like he may check again. He's warding the bush.
Swoos Magoose is coming down.
He's on the way.
To help.
Lily. Oh, Your Hate Amuses Me going for the mid lane gank. Oh, is it going to happen? It is warded. Will Jordan look? Well, I don't see her looking at his mini map. It does not appear that he's looking at his mini map. Looks like, oh, the knockup. Oh, let's see what happens. The ignite coming out, the flash from Jordan, from Element Zero. Just and the
Element Zero.
Elements.
No map knowledge at all.
Absolutely awful player. That was warded. You could see that coming from a mile away. Maybe we'll see what happens next time. Looks like the two are taking the skull together. Swoos Magoose maybe walking the wrong river. Looks like he may be okay.
Bot lane plays turn into the bot lane right now.
Bot lane is absolutely
First
back.
blood in the bot lane,
We're going
3
for a
minutes
replay.
in.
It looks like
Gives the red team a
Gavin
huge
is
advantage.
walking in to flash the ignite. And what the ignite kills the Prescotty, an absolutely amazing player, is able to beat up any champion, including Yone, Gavin with the incredibly good engage. Just a power pick bot lane. This is an incredibly good draft.
Gnar is heading into the top lane to gank Swoos Magoose.
And the volumes are probably going to be different for press. Let's see if I can turn it down a little bit and get League of Legends thing higher.
Swoos Magoose makes it out with 8 HP at the lowest.
Don't worry, the little technical difficulty. Turn this up. Going back up. See this? Oh, it looks like Swoos Magoose is going to live at 1 HP, literally 1 HP. That's stupid. But Swoos Magoose, absolutely insane player. Look at this gank again. Looks like
Whoa, Swoos Magoose gets the kill.
Stun. You know, this was planned. This wasn't
Lee
luck.
Shan Greed.
Oh, it looks like I didn't even see that. Let's take a look at what happens later on. Lee Shan looks like he wants to kill. Looks like this is another one of Lee Shan's shit the bed or shit the enemy bed plays. And it looks like it's going to be Swoos Magoose's kill. Absolutely crazy kill by Swoos Magoose. And the Pogs are coming out from Navin. The team is supportive, and this is looking like a banger. And Kitty Cat has left the game. She is rage quit, and they paused the game. And they reconnected. Little technical difficulty there. In the meantime, we can talk about what's happening in this draft here. It looks like Red Team, Team Hoppas United is 1.3k gold up. Now, this was the team that could have looked like the underdog going in, but they are in the lead starting off the series. Using your top lane knowledge, Traston 7, what do you think is happening up here?
I think that Nar's just getting pushed in or Tima's just getting pushed in the whole time. It doesn't seem like there's much hope unless he can outskill Kevin. He does have a kill up, which is about 16 CS, so he is ahead technically, gold speaking. But, you know, it's looking rough for him being pushed under tower the whole time.
Rough indeed. It looks like the lane is still going alright. Looks like this is pretty evenly matched besides the kill. CS and everywhere is looking fairly similar except for the mid lane where there's a Diffie in the mid lane. Looks like Jordan is double Kitty Cat CS.
perhaps a mid lane chasm, if you will.
A chasm indeed. However, we did see that Jordan is not looking, Element Zero is not looking as mini map at all. So we'll see whether or not that will affect the gameplay. It's like, oh, an absolute great little stun there. We're watching the top lane a lot. Let's take a look at the mid lane. Looks like it's a level 6 advantage over Kitty Cat. Has to play back. Looks like bot lane. Looks like they're keeping the wave farther back. Looks like they're taking advantage of their lead.
Swoosmagoose thriving at
CS up. Oh, and we missed up here. We missed the kill.
Wow.
Let's take a gander.
Swoosmagoose trying to live with less than 100 HP, but then Kevin, your hate amuses me, flashes and Qs to kill him.
Absolutely crazy play. We're going to take a look at lowering
Swoosmagoose blinded by his own greed.
Lowering your volume a little bit.
Kitty Cat. Understandable, Mr. Bumbo.
Oh, it looks like this fight is going insane in the mid lane. Vishon lanes the stun, but El Chongo's here for the counter gank.
Game is paused.
Element Zero is just absolutely destroying them. They send him into the furnace. That looks like an inferno in the mid lane. A double kill. Not a double kill, but 2 kills going to around Element Zero. Absolutely insane. And the game has now been paused. It looks like this is a very bad time for it to be paused, as Prescotti Man looks to be about to go in. It looks like there's a lot of things going on in the chat. Why is Prescott pot? Is someone scared? That is a real thing that we need to discuss. Why is Prescotti Man bot lane? What do you think, Trash7?
I don't know. I think that he's trying to flex his Yone pick in the bot lane to take advantage of the Zac and Zillion play. I think that if he lands a good combo onto Zillion, then he can instantly kill him before he can ult, but he does have a kill up on them right now and has 43 CS, which is about 7 CS above the Zac. So he is ahead right now.
True.
In the enemy bot lane.
In the meantime, we'll take a little look gander at the little hotkeys that spectator mode has. I hope that the in the meantime the mic differences are a bit different. Looks like Kitty Cat disconnected once again. Could this be an internet problem, or could this just be a diffie in the mid lane?
Mid lane chasm could be mid lane Grand Canyon. Who knows?
True. Really still paused. We'll take a look at the items and the farm. Looks like it's about 26 farm CS different. We'll take let's take a look at the chat real quick. We'll read off some of the chat. VODC, frowny face, big one. Jordan, that's not very for fun of you. That could be true. Jordan has been destroying the enemy team. Good shit, Kevin. That is a for fun thing. That is saying good shit when you're getting killed. That is a great sportsmanship.
These players are truly playing for fun. It may be hard to discern who is the most for fun player out of them.
It looks like the team is still talking. It looks like Team Asian Sky Knight is quite upset at Prescotti Man's decision to evade Theo and run away to the bot lane like a scared little cat. Maybe too scared of Kitty Cat and trying to play the bot lane instead. We'll see what happens. We'll be able to talk to Prescotti Man eventually.
Currently, Red Team is about almost 2k gold up on the enemy team right now. It seems like things are really in their favor, but I would be worried about the team fight potential that Blue Team has.
Blue Team does have the better late game with the Zac, the Zillion, the Yasuo, the Gnarl, and the Lily ult. Just absolutely amazing ults compared to just Rumble ult. So it really will be interesting to see the later game.
A summoner has
It looks like Kitty Cat has disconnected once again. It does look like the LCS, except our broadcast truly is better than the LCS. We'll at least show you the pause screen. We can show you what this looks like. We can take a look at the vision actually. And I can't actually move the camera because the game is paused. What an absolutely great decision by Riot. We can look it through here, and Trash7 could tell me when it is paused. It looks like a control board at the bush here, and at the dragon, which is great vision. You know, we can rewatch some of these plays. We can rewatch this mid lane thing. You know, how did this get set up? You know, we'll look at this. Looks like Jordan is just farming away, and it looks like Kikat is standing there. Let's take a gander at just the watching like this. And it looks like, oh, this may be that Kitty Cat DC'd at this point. If that is the case, then that is a very non-for fun thing to do. We'll have to get the investigators on the case to see what happened there. Looks like red team looks to be, you know, Team Hop is United is buying a lot of control boards, while blue team has none. And that's where the pause was. We can get another highlight of some of these kills, just to keep the audience entertained while this internet problem is happening. Perhaps we can get a look into the teams. That could be another thing that we could do in the meantime. We could join teams which are like in other places now, which is strange. We'll check out the chat. Not the chat anymore. You know, let's join Team Hop United, Tress, and let's take a gander at what's going on.
Alright, I'll be there.
Alright.
What?
Team Hopper United, what is
Oh,
going on?
they're on.
Hello?
I'm pausing.
Oh, it's starting again. Oh shit!
Oh wait!
What?
Oh my god!
Oh wait,
ready.
the game did the game
Holy
unpause?
shit.
Mr. Bumbo, I think I'm going to go back to the Federal
Yes, we
Farm
will
Analyst
Go
desk.
back to the Federal Farm Analyst desk. Oh, when it paused,
It was a long pause, Mikey.
Okay.
A long pause.
Okay.
All right, watch out, Brian's bot.
Alright, we're going back. All right. Sorry about the technical difficulty, folks. We will be turning on back Trassen's camera in a second.
Yep, here we go.
Looks like he's back to
Sorry
full
about the
screen.
technical difficulties, folks. I know that there's a lot of things happening with, you know, certain pandemics in the world right now.
Yeah, we may have to. There may have been a problem actually with Trassen's Discord thing. We may have to mess with this on the stream. Looks like we have time
Yeah.
because is it still paused for you, Trassen? Just as another question.
It is still paused for me, yes.
And that's not. You don't need to worry about how big Trassen is on the stream right now. That is a technical difficulty. That is simply to show how smart his brain is. It looks like these
My
players.
brain is in fact gargantuan. You have to have a large brain to play Mordekaiser.
That is very true. Looks like these players may be shitting the bed in the DCS for not being able to play the game with all these pauses. Let's see whether or not this unpauses.
Let's see what was happening before, just a second before the pause happened.
We can
It
re-examine
appears
it.
as though El Chongo was heading for the top lane Skullcrab. Swiss Magoose, 1-1,
Another pause.
and also 11 CS down was heading for the top lane to get back to hopefully get those two caster minions.
Indeed.
Bot lane, potential engage happening with Prescotti Man having his empowered Q up.
Powered to indeed.
Mid lane Jordan lies uncontested with Kitty Cat having died one time
Move a little
total.
bit back. Good pause right here, right before the pause. Truly interesting to see how long this is being paused for. Hopefully this technical difficulty can be figured out so that we can actually see the game.
Truly, I was getting very excited for this game. My hopes, the suspense is rising. Let's just say that.
The suspense
I am
is-
getting more and more excited by the second to see what keeps happening in this game.
Absolutely. You know, I can try to give some extra shots. We can pull a LCS. We'll go back to the analyst desk now.
The game has started
Oh, it
again.
has started again. Alright, I'm getting word that
Yes.
it's starting again. We'll be playing the game. We'll go to as far as we can live. Alright, looks like we're live again. We're going direct to
Goose
camera.
for Goose, uncontested in the top lane. Element Zero, uncontested in the mid lane. Bot lane pushed up.
Bot lane
This
pushed
could
up.
be good for El Chongo, the jungler, when he makes his Scuttle Crab plays.
Very true. El Chongo looks to be going bot side right now. Looks like the blue buff and the Gromp is up.
Dar jungle heading for his red buff, while El Chongo heads for his blue. Dragon is up right now, but no Scuttle Crab in the bot lane. Could this
Very
be
true.
a play later on?
Looks like we're about to get 6 with a lot of these champions. A lot of these power pick level 6 champions coming from Team Asian Sky Knight.
Nabin tries to dash forward his Gragas but misses.
Oh, I did not even see this at the time.
A fight in the bot lane is happening.
Fight.
Exhaust going out.
The stun coming out. Medicine is 0 mana. Nabin almost goes down. Oh, and the gank
the
from
Gnar
Lucian.
gank. The Gnar gank.
Oh, but Prescotti, man.
Nabin.
Lands the thing. He tries to hold out. Can he make it out? It looks like he's trying his best. Oh, and it looks like the Echo's going for the counter gank.
Oh.
El Chongo. Can El Chongo...
El Chongo on the Echo. Let's see if he can 2v1 here.
Oh, looks
It
like...
doesn't look like it. He flashes
El
out. Oh, gets nipped by the Gnar Q.
Absolutely terrible to see. It looks like
Massive
El Chongo...
turnaround for the blue team. Only 1k gold down now, up from almost 2k.
Very true indeed. Looks like that was just a turn of events. Who would have seen that coming, even with all their vision, where maybe it was not placed at the right place. It looks
Kitty
like
Cat
Midlane-
mid lane, almost 40 CS down, getting poked out of lane.
It looks like Element Zero is truly trying to force his lead as much as humanly possible. Maybe an unfun thing to do. We'll have to
Your
check.
hate amuses me. Lilia has taken El Chongo's red buff.
Oh my. Absolutely counter jungling and saying El Chongo behind.
Truly abusing the fact that Lilia is also a jungle champion.
Looks like, take a look at the mid lane. Looks like a failed gank
Mid
by
lane.
Lucian. Oh, but bot lane things are happening too. Looks like Prescotti again.
Bot lane in the tri-bush, trying to get that control ward possibly.
Looks like that won't end with much. This is truly a fight-filled game.
Now this may be closer than we realized.
Indeed. Bot lane's getting pushed in. Looks like it's still a chasm in the mid lane. Bot lane. Oh, looks like there's a sun down there. I didn't see.
El Chongo versus Charlie? El Chongo potentially? No, a gank mid lane. Ults but doesn't
Another
hit
mid lane.
anything.
I didn't see that.
Stuns. Hits
There
Element
is
Zero.
just too much
Cannot
happening.
follow up.
Oh, the ult coming up from Kitty Cat. Will that be followed up?
Cannot follow up on that under turret.
Looks like, oh, when the counter game from El
It's
Chongo,
out
the
with
TP coming out. Do not show me
168
bot lane. El Chongo looks like, is he getting out? The TP from, oh, the ult back in. The Rumble ult. The Drowsy coming out. Can the land? Your
They
hate
get a
lands
kill
the
off
kill.
of that?
Absolutely insane turn of events. Looks like that was. We'll have to take a look at that.
Bot lane
highlight.
coming up the gank.
They're coming up to see what's happening. All right.
Swoos Magoose farming in the top lane, getting
Did-
big.
Didn't look like
Almost
he came
has as
down.
much CS. Your hate amuses me than Lilia.
Oh, the flash and the flash barrel from Nabin coming out. Looks like, oh, absolutely insane play by Nabin coming from the bot lane.
Insane.
Roaming, and the Sona cringe face. Ooh, that's
It's
gotta hurt.
definitely surprising that he has not played Gragas before.
Absolutely insane. Now, I'm going to go back and take a replay of that fight.
Prescotti man gets
I'm going to take
stunned
a
in the
look
bot.
at this fight. Take a look at the game ahead of it, just in case. Looks like with this replay, it was Gnar coming in for the gank.
Prescotti man fighting in the bot lane.
There's a fight going on. I'll go to that in a second. Looks like that was a weird hitbox. This is an absolutely insane fight.
Man, just to kill Smug Dug 110.
Questionable thing. Now, it looks like there is stuff happening now, so we'll go back to there. This game is too action-packed to look at replays, folks. We'll have to take a look at the end of the game.
Lee Sean going after the British kill.
But Skyman is looking
Along
insane.
with your hate amuses me.
Is this a double kill for Prescotti Man?
Perhaps a Yone main? Kills
Perhaps.
Zag.
Kills the Zag. We're gonna go a bit farther up so I can catch up to the live.
Lee Sean and you hate amuses me. Take the Rift Herald. El Chongo looking for a gank mid lane. Score is 5-8 right now, almost 2k up again on the red
But
team.
the stun, the ult follow-up looks like Kitty being taken down again.
Tragic, truly. 0-3. I surely hope that she's having fun right now.
I truly hope as well. You know, this could be attributed to the fact that Frescotti Man ran away scared, knowing that he may have faced Kitty Cat in the mid lane.
Bot lane of fights breaking out, exhaust going down.
Looks like El
Doesn't
Chongo's
look like
going into the
anything's
game.
coming of that, but...
Oh, the ult coming out.
Oh?
Frescotti Man. An absolutely insane stun by Metrogen. Lands the kill on to Prescott. Kills the Gragas as well. This is an action-packed game, folks. Back and forth, back and forth. Mentalgen shows that he is insane on every champion in League of Legends.
Now, if these guys were mains at their champions, had 1,000,000 mastery points plus, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference right now.
Absolutely. Looks like they may be going for a dragon. They're playing vision
Jordan
around the
flash
side.
Dragon preparation going on
Looks
on
like
the
the
blue
dragon's
side.
happening.
So far, they've been able to capture all the objectives. Rift Herald, and it seems like Dragon will be taken down. El Chongo coming to contest, potentially.
El Chongo be checking too
Doesn't
far
look like
deep.
he's able to do much here.
Ooh.
Just a bit too far. Is he able to
Chongo.
get out?
The God
Doesn't
King
look
has
like
flown too close to the sun. These players know that what El Chongo's capable of. When the ult coming
Element
up
Zero,
mid
the
lane.
mid lane, getting a gank lane.
Oh, and oh, looks like he may
Ooh,
be
the
out.
stun landed on the Gnar ult.
Oh, and
Does
the
not
Greg-
land the stun
This
on
is
the
just
W.
action pack. It looks like Dabba comes in, secures
It
the
looks
kill.
like he's getting out alive.
This
Less
is
than 100 HP.
an
Bot
absolute
lane.
insane.
Bot lane, something's happening.
There's too many things
Prescotty
happening.
Man ults. Oh, Smug Dug makes it out on 40 HP.
But take a look at the mid lane. It looks
Looking
like
back at
Nabin.
mid lane.
Nabin pulls a Brian and shits the bed himself. It looks like
Ooh,
we can
so
see-
close. Greeds for the Gnar kill, but doesn't quite make it.
It was close, so we could see what was going on there. We saw the vision. Let's take a look. It looks like things are finally settling down a bit. It's 19 kills in 14 minutes, and the Rift Herald's coming out. This is just non-stop action.
Lots of damage under that mid lane turret. Though, as Fio would know, LS says to use Rift Herald only on inner turrets or for plates in the outer turrets.
Very true.
It seems as though Rift Herald is going to die without taking a
that
single
is-
turret.
You know, Nabin in the chat has brought up a very big question. Who is that jungler taking Rift Herald? Now, through our scouting, we have seen that
looking
that
for gank mid
Bishan does not take Rift Herald unless he wants to win for sure, and not for a fun game. We'll have to analyze that in the game. You want to take the lead on this casting for the fight bot lane. And mid lane fight too. There's too many fights. Chongo fails the gank. Preskyman is taken down very low. Nabin's going back bot lane. Top lane looks to be a snooze fest, just farming away.
I'll take personal offense to that.
Top lane is quite boring compared to these other lanes. Sorry, Dressy. Oh, unless
I don't
that's
know
a
about that.
very big trade.
Top lane trade happening. Could be exciting.
Looks like Lishan is sticking around mid lane quite a bit. Looks like he's coming around the side. Let's see how this ends. Is this another Gnar gank? And he absolutely whiffs it. Absolute garbage. Except your hit used to be coming in.
Whips the Gnar ult.
Just
Ooh.
insane.
Looks like
team.
Jordan. Looks like Element Zero's not making it out of
And
that
there's a
one.
fight bot lane now
Three-man
too.
bid.
Looks like Prescotty Man's going in. Looks like Nabin both are going in. Looks like oh, it's coming out from Prescott. Bro, Prescott shit the bed and Nabin is died.
Ah, doesn't quite look like they made that trade. The Yone Eat just ran out, forced him to go back to his body.
True. Maybe Prescotty Man should stick to mid lane and try to face Fio. Oh, absolutely insane damage coming out from Lilia. And Timo taken down. But that El Chongo's mid lane. What's going on there? And
Tragic.
bot lane. There's stuff happening. There's some weird stuff happening. Prescotty Man dodges the bombs. But he's not fast enough. Can he? He doesn't recover. He's absolutely garbage playing bot lane, spraying away from Kitty Cat once again.
Mr. Bumbo, you might need to edit that biography we have of Prescotty, man. I do not think his position is very immaculate this game.
That's very true. Looks like Navin is looking to save the tower. Smugdog and Mentoring look like a power pick. Navin tries to go for the kill. El Chongo's here. So the tower's going to hit Smugdog.
It appears as though the blue team has turned around. Now they are about
Smugdog is
2.4k
just
gold up
turning
ahead.
the tides with that Q. Absolutely insane. The TP coming out.
Your hate amuses me TPing in, though Element Zero is in there. The bush is warded, however, so they know where he is.
Smugdog's coming in. He's landing everything. What's going to happen here? Can he land the other hit? Oh, but now he's trying to turn the tide. Looks like Smugdog
Doesn't
is taking
quite
it
get
down.
the.
You're getting this gang out. This is absolutely insane. Can Prescott do anything in his life? Will he might? Oh, it's been insane flash by that children. And Prescott shoots bed. Looks like they're
Blue
getting
team
out
almost
ahead.
4k gold up now.
This game is turned from side to side, and it looks like blue team is the higher scaling team. So we'll have to see what's going to happen.
Yone does have very strong scaling, I will mention that.
Very true. Looks like Navin's getting caught by Sean.
Swoos Magoose taking the top side turret.
Oh my god, take a look at the bot lane. Looks like Leechon is going to be taking out Navin by himself. Prescott even shits the bed. Can't land any
Leechon with
abilities.
the 2v1.
Isn't going to be able to 2v1 this. He 2v1s it. Prescott even gets back to the mid lane. What are you doing?
Ah, blue team truly is taking the lead here in this game.
Very true. Looks
I
like
don't know if red team can recover from this.
we'll have to see. Looks like when another kill of top lane, I didn't even see it. This is starting
Tragic.
to look grim.
It seems as though your hated music me just ran Swoos Magoose down.
Not good at all. Oh, looks like Chongo lands a stun. Hopefully they follow up. I don't know. Leeshon with the amazing
Element Zero
flash
will
there.
not follow up there.
Looks
Seems
like
as though
looks
it's
like
too
Leeshon
dangerous
is
to form it.
BMing. That is a BM. That is not good. Recall BMs
Is
are
that
against the
for
fun?
fun?
That is not for fun. We're going
For
to take that into
BMing
account.
is not for fun.
You can emo all you like, but recall BMing, not allowed. It's like Navi's trying to do things. He's being held back like
Testing
a...
both Mental Gen and Lee Shan. Gets stunned, makes it out though.
Looks like Navin's being held down like an anchor in the bot lane. That's
Blue
and
team
there
ahead
was
by
another
almost
kill.
6k gold and a
that-
tower.
Was that an invade? Let me take an instant replay. Is that Yuri Amusemi is trying to kill El Chongo in his own jungle. That is what we call a non-for fun play. This is called bullying. He is approximately like 5 levels up. That's a lot of points off. We're going to see what the decision is made later
Kitty
on.
Cat ults Element Zero under tower but dies for it. Almost kills Element Zero but not quite.
Looks like Element Zero.
Your hate amuses me ganking the bot lane. Doesn't look like much is coming of that. But we'll see what happens later on.
We'll see. Looks like they fed Smugdog into being a raid boss already. He's building 2 items at once, and he's already done with 1 item. This stack is going to be a problem.
Your hate amuses me also 6-0 with the Leandries already. Lee Shan with the Black Cleaver.
It's like Smugdog can't stand. He's find the bot lane. And he just
I do believe that Smugdug's hubris is getting the best of him right now.
Is indeed. Oh, or is it? Gavin is taken down. Prescotty Man taken out. And Prescotty Man. Oh, flash.
It appears
oh.
it's... Let's see here.
Leeshon is going in.
Ooh, Prescotty Man lands the double kill. 5 and 4 right now, but Lee Shan ganking it to hopefully clear it up.
This is another BM recall. Now, at this point, this may take Ryan out of the decision. And Prescotty Man.
Prescotty Man, insane player.
Prescotty Man.
Dodges the Q. El Chongo dies to Lee Shan, but Prescotty Man makes it out.
That was absolutely insane. Maybe you can do that in the mid lane next game. It looks like Leeshon is trying to kill a bunch of people.
Plenty of bounties to collect on the enemy Lilia and Nar, if they can manage it.
Very true. It looks like Nar will continue to push. What will happen in this mid lane?
Swoos Magoose has caught up to Lilia and farm.
I'm zooming for the camera. Oh, Kit Kat's going in again under the tower. Let's see what happens here. Element Zero's back out. There's some Zillion coming. What will happen? Double bomb. It's like Brian's getting into, and the ult. This is just not looking great. Element Zero punches out. Oh, it's a Thermite coming out. Coming in. And just, oh, you hate to see this, folks. Oh, the multiple gravities coming out. Prescribing is trying to save the team. The bomb is trying to kill Navin. Well, Lishan Jr. is trying to flash on the tower, kill people. And he just inted. He's absolute garbage. He's
Tragic
and
for the red
garbage.
team.
But well, oh, there he just misses. Pops out, staying super low health. Let's see. Best guy is trying to fight all that same. Misses his ult completely, except it's still a kill. Let's see whether or not he can fight all these guys. Playing stat. Let's see what he can handle this one though. This is an absolutely insane fight. Could that have been part of the comeback to get Red Team back in the game?
They are almost 4K gold down.
Skyman is playing with fire right now. I think he's probably going to die from this. Let's see what happens. Oh, what? Oh, is Press Skyman defying expectations? That was very close. This is 4K gold down, but this is the DCS. This is for fun. We'll see whether or not these players try to end the game or have fun.
For fun, though, Lishan will most likely not be winning the for fun contest, considering his BM recalls.
It's very true. Looks like they're going for the dragon.
Mental Gen gives Lishan the extra level.
There's some insane level advantages coming out. Like all of them.
Red Dragon play.
Taking that. Looks like
That is their first dragon. Very important.
Where are they going now? They're all going up to try and kill these frogs. Big goal advantage coming out from that.
Ooh. Slightly whiffs the ult on Kitty Cat there. Not able to get a kill off that.
Smug Dug is going in on the mid lane, and Tsuno Goose is in some trouble, but he's out. Absolutely insane ult. Or a flash. Oh, looks like there's maybe trouble. Navin is caught in the jungle. We get out of this one. Oh, this looks like the good setup. He is out. Rumble is coming out. Had to use defensively. But Smug Dog is jumping back in because he's just insane. And oh my, El Chongo with the ult able to kill someone there.
Oh,
And
nice play by El Chongo.
This fight is just insane. It's like El Chongo taking down, take down another person as well. And Smug Dog is just too much. Can this team ever kill Smug Dog? Looks like. And another recall BN. This is getting too much, folks. This is, at this point, we should just disqualify Lishan from DCS. He is not having fun.
I would support disqualifying Lishan from the For Fun Championship
like
then.
Prescotty, man, maybe pushing the bottom.
Pushing.
Not doing much to help
Red
out.
team has only taken 2 turrets to the blue team's 3. Blue team's 10 kills up, still 4K gold ahead.
Can they turn this around?
Perhaps with Prescotty Man they could have turned that fight around, but he was busy splitting.
He's trying to make sure that he gets gold.
Can't get past that glacial augment.
They're chasing him down.
Brother
Scummy.
versus brother. Let's see what happens here.
This fight is insane. The ult coming out for Mental Brother versus brother. Can't see what's
Going
happening.
after Zillion.
This
Uses
is looking
Zillion
insane.
ult. Let's see what happens.
Prescotty gonna kill both people, but the entire blue side is coming down to try to kill Prescotty, man. Lucian is being caught in the mid lane. Let's see. Oh, and
he
Davin
gets
throws
a double
ult.
kill.
I think you're a bit behind me.
Another whiff on the ult. 50.
Oh, Prescotty is just getting pounded by Smug Dog.
Tragic,
Just
truly.
destroyed. Absolutely incinerated by Smug Dog 110.
That's
Perhaps-
a 250 gold shutdown to Smug Dug 110 right now.
Looks like there may be an AD chasm in this game. Looks like they're going for the Baron. Element Zero and Davin are going for the 2-man Baron. Let's see how this ends up. Looks like Lishan is following them over. This could be an insane play. He is so dense he doesn't notice that they're on the Baron. Just going for the scuttle. Let's see.
They are 5k gold down now. Hopefully they can burn through that Baron, but it looks like they're heading off of it.
Looks like they're trying to take it out. Oh, and Smug Dog is coming in with the... Oh, Element Zero dashes in. He is 1v5ing right now. Where is he? Where is the team?
Now that is just a lack of map awareness right there.
Absolutely. This game is looking grim for Team Hoppers United, but we'll see what happens as the game goes on. Will these players allow the games to be fun, or will they continue to try to push these leads into lane shot?
Navin gets stunned. Can't follow up on mental gen.
Smug Dog is 3 items right now. Looks like he is getting a 4th one, too. That Zag is going to be insane to kill. Scotty Man walking around the jungle. Are they going to try to kill Smug Dog? 2v1 to happen on this bot lane. Looks like Smug Dog is able to dash out. Oh, and there was a fight up top. I didn't even see that. Except there's still a fight up bot lane. This is a 2v2.
Tragic, truly, Zeus Magoose 3 and 6, just trying his hardest to stay in the game.
Take a look at this bot lane. It's like, oh, Press Skyman lands the insane ult, but Leechon all it does as well. Looks like there's TP coming out, and Element Zero is coming down. Smug Dog is taken down due to the passive by Press Skyman. Nara is taken down. You're going to use to take these guys out. Press Scotty Man looks like he's carrying. Bradley's coming out. Altango's walking back into low health. Can the ball come out? Looks like Nabin may be taken down. Nabin's taken down. Kitty Cat is standing well on the sidelines. The flash coming out. Can Kitty Cat land? And nope, no kills coming out. Absolutely awful. Let's see what happens here.
Seems as though the red team has to rely on Prescotti Man and Element Zero to carry them to victory.
It seems that may be that way. It's like Ear Hey Music is already almost level 18.
Not even 30 minutes into the game in level 17. Element Zero is only level 15.
A double stun coming out. El Chongo may be toast. It's not toast. That's kind of going up. Can't land anything there. Oh, looks like they're trying to get the dragon. Oh, and Smooth Magoose going for the flank. Let's see whether or not this leads to anything. Looks like red team will secure this dragon. Can they pick up any kills on Legion or Ear Hey Music?
Swoosh Magoose still going for it. Doesn't quite get mental gen.
Very true. The heart on Swoosh Magoose looks like that may be a chasm with the top diff. Because as
Now
we
he's
saw
still
before,
giving it his all. That is for fun.
as we saw before, Yuri Mizuji was invading El Chongo in the jungle. Now that is very non for fun. Swoosh Magoose though, he is giving his all the time. Absolutely commendable player.
I believe that Swoosh Magoose is ranking highly in the for fun tournament right now.
Quite high. We'll have to see what's happening elsewhere. Looks like Element Zero may be caught out. Walking forward, his team is there. The ult is coming out, and it's agreed with. Oh,
Kind of
Gavin's
whiffs
coming in.
the ult
Oh,
there.
Insane ult by Gavin. Oh, it's not gonna come in with the ult.
Oh.
Gavin's caught. Looks like that's down to Element Zero. Smugdog is just wrecking the competition. Let's see, Press Skyman coming with the almost entire team knockup. Let's see whether he gets solo the enemy team. Oh, he's still up. Oh, it's like they have a lane. And not killed. Press Skyman is dying like a lot. And he's dead. And that was an awful flash. This may be.
Might make it.
This game is looking grim. It's like they're going for the Baron power play.
Blue is 6k gold ahead.
And
Just
El
gradually
Chongo
further and further.
steal this. Or both be taken down by your play. That's not for fun.
Tragic.
You know, this is not for fun. You know, when you're trying to kill the enemy jungler when the jungler is up, you're not allowing him to give it a chance to slice him. That's, I don't know what to tell you, boys. Anyway, it looks like Men's gonna take it down by the Baron.
If you're putting this to the vote right now, I'd give the most for fun player to Swoos Magoose right now. He's still giving it his all, trying his hardest in the top lane.
Very true.
Lots of pings going out in the bot side jungle.
Looks like Great Muse is taking jungle. Taking jungle again. That's not very fun. Since El Chongo farther back. El Chongo is also giving it his all. Looks like Element Zero and Leeshon may be reaching a pact in the mid lane. Leeshon, absolutely garbage for fun player here. BMing at any moment he gets. Let's see, this may be the soft int to end the game coming out in the mid lane. Let's see what happens here. Maybe a fight to end the game. Not much is happening. Looks like I don't know if I can bring up the gold graph, or gold disc. I have to know. Looks like this guy is heading towards trying to kill Kitty Cat. Not quite landing on. Slow by just farming up. CS differences. Looks like Team Hopper United is down on CS in most, well, not in most things. This guy made out CS in
7K gold ahead, almost 8K.
The longer we go on for, the longer that red team has to try to get back.
This is true. He does scale very well.
The Rumble out coming out, will it take out Mental Team? It's not, and missing. Frescani Man going in!
Get the kill on the Kitty Cat.
Oh, look at Leeshon in the back line.
Ooh, Element Zero doesn't quite make it out.
If Brian
W
recall,
must have been just back up.
right, Brian's just, he's actually too good.
Not a for-fun player.
Yeah, he's actually the least worth. Oh, press. Oh. Ooh. Can Smooth Magoose land this? Can he take him down? Take out that. Smooth Magoose taking down. Fury loses me, gained the 1,000 gold bounty.
Swoos Magoose still just trying his hardest.
Very true.
All he can do in this game.
Oh, that same for El Chongo. El Chongo has been counter jungled multiple times by the enemy team. Looks like they don't care about having fun.
Seems they only care about the win, but they're not going to be the one to get double their money on skins right now.
That's very true.
Navin trying to fight Smug Dog. Smug Dog's 12-3 right now.
It's not looking very good. There's about 10k gold difference now. Navin is still chasing him down. Looks like they turn. Navin, this is the dash. Looks like this may lead. Oh, it's coming out.
Ooh, the Zonias.
They decided to back off. Oh, the dash in. Looks like no one's there though. Looks like Navin's just kind of dashing around. Can El Chongo get the steal on the dragon? It looks like El Chongo lands the steal. El Chongo. This is 1 point from Seoul for Team United Hoppa. Oh, and another fight is breaking out. Looks like coming out. Scotty goes in. Leeshon is running it down, as he should, being a non-for-fun player. El Chongo is stuck in the back. Looks like this is...
Truly, I hope that Leeshon dies from his plays.
And he did not. Looks like he guys slipped down. Oh, multiple guys is coming out. Let's see if anything happens. Oh, and oh no.
Tragic, truly.
And
Oh no. Oh,
it looks like,
man.
oh, is that Yuri Music GPing to try and end it?
Now that ending the game is not
That
for
is
fun.
not fun. That absolutely. You know, from this.
Blue Sky almost 10k gold ahead now.
It looks like
They're taking the game.
Leeshon running it down.
dying to fountain.
It looks
That
like
doesn't make up for his earlier players.
it really looks like Team Asian Sky Knight has more non-for-fun players than Team Hoppers United. Let's see what happens here. Looks like game to end.
Doesn't quite land the ult there.
It's close.
Tragic.
Hongo's trying to go for the 3-1. Work it out. Looks like he's trying his best. He's taken down.
Ooh, tragic.
Is this game? How is this game going to end?
Lilia is very strong considering that Zilia is able to speed her up.
Very true. Looks like next team is being trying to take down. And it looks like
Prescotti man's really going in there.
J-Cat did a very for fun play there, trying to 1v5. That gives her points. Smoke Dog is just kind of walking around. How do you think this game is going to end, Trasty 7?
I think it may just end in a blue side victory, unfortunately. They're almost 12k gold ahead. There's not much that red team can do. If they manage to get the Dragon Soul, that could help them out a little bit, but is it just stalling, or is it them trying to get a chance to win the game?
Very true. Looks like they're going for the Baron, a very non-for-fun thing to do. Each time they're doing this just to try to ego. Very big possibility. Sorry, full build. They're still just taking that Baron. And they're looking to try to catch people out around the side. Are they not even going to give El Chongo the chance to steal it? That's not very fun.
Ooh.
It's like another stun coming out for Mentogen. But will Mentogen is caught out. Coming out. Ryan, or hopefully Lichon dies to the Baron.
Hopefully they're able to turn it back here.
Oh,
Put them
Chongo's
with the
taken down.
heal.
Alan's
Ooh,
trying
Alan's
his
full
best.
health right back.
Another stun coming out from Mentogen. Completely muses me. Is that 1 for 3? Looks like they're trying to take him out. Mentogen's walking back in. And the stun on just oh no!
Oh, that's tragic. Susmaker's still just trying his hardest.
Trying as hard as you can.
He's such a for-fun player. I'm inspired.
Side. It looks like they're trying to go for the solo duo Baron.
Blue turret, Prescotti man splitting in the bot lane. Haven't seen him in years.
He's going to end the game. This guy man is just trying to end the game. And they got the
Not
Baron
very
too.
fun from the blue team. I'm quite disappointed right now.
It looks like that is the end of the game. But as we know, keeping the game
30,
up.
almost 40 minutes in. All right, I guess that's how it
Let's
is.
go back to the analyst desk. You know, as we talk, you know, and of course, just give me just a moment to mess with the thing right here. We don't want El Chongling, or we want the Dolphinos Championship Series. Really, after this game, Traston 7, what would you say was your Traston 7 game play of the game?
I don't know. It had to do with I can't pull it up right now. It was Zach in the bot lane getting a double kill early on. I really think that turned the tides here. He ended up 16-3. He really did a lot that game.
I agree.
I just don't know if red team could really deal with him.
Smug Doug was carrying that game in the bot lane. Looks like, well, nothing without his mental gen, though.
Yeah,
Well-
yeah, truly. Mental Gen always getting those revives off at the most important times. Huge heals too. It almost healed him up for like his full HP one time.
Very true.
Baron.
Well, you look at seeing if you can get the Traston 7 play of the game. We're going to interview one person from each team. Now, which person do you think we should interview, Traston 7?
I know that Sawus Magoose was a very for-fun player on the enemy team. I do not know if I can pull up the plays, however. Let me see if I can get it to
That's probably fine. We can figure out an alternative afterwards. On the blue side, though, I do think Smug Doug 110 was one of the stars showing up. It looked like he was playing for fun most of the time.
Smug Doug and Sawus Magoose looked like they were the most fun players on their teams.
Yeah, it looks like we'll go into the into casting that now. I'm going to quit out of this game so that the music doesn't play. Well, we have to push off the play of the game for later on. But here we'll be bringing in first on the winning team, Smug Doug 110. Hello, Smug Doug. How does it feel to win the first DCS game?
Oh man, winning was a bonus. I mean, we're just fooling the bot lane.
Absolutely. You know, what was going through you and Mentalgen's heads when you were just dunking on Prescotty, man?
Oh man. First of all, I wasn't expecting Prescotty man to be down there in the first place. I thought he was gonna smack Theo, quote unquote.
Truly.
That was verbatim. So, yeah, it felt good. Great support with the revives. Oh, can't ask for much more, honestly.
Absolutely. You know, it looks like Prescotty man did flee from the mid lane. Looks like he is scared of the matchup.
Yeah. I mean, leave that up for interpretation. I don't know.
We will leave that.
Scotty Man was splitting the most of the game. I didn't see him in a good portion of those team fights.
Yeah, I did not see him in the team fight.
Scared.
We did see him bot lane. We were
surprising. I'm sorry to cut you off, but surprising considering he listed the whole enemy team as his targets like earlier in the interviews.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
You know, Doug, I hope to see more for fun gameplay coming out of you for next game.
Oh, of course.
Any last remarks, words?
I'd like to shout out the team for just being the most chill, fun people, and I couldn't ask for a better team, honestly.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Right. We will send you back off to your team now.
Yep.
And I cut you off as I threw you over. But thank you for the interview, Doug. Smug Doug, 110.
Yes, no problem.
Alright. Now, we're going to talk after I fix this Discord thing about the losing side of this game. Right after Traston 7 is brought back up on the side. On the losing team, you know, there were a lot of people, a lot of for fun players on the losing team. It is quite a hard decision. You know, as we were watching, Swoos Magoose is definitely one of the highest choices. A hard matchup as well. For now, I think we will pull in Swoos Magoose. Let's take a look. Hello, Swiss Magoose.
Hey, how's it going?
How you can do this? You know, one loss is nothing. It is nothing.
No, I definitely. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I don't want to cut you off.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but I do think that my team can do this. But I do think that pause was a little. I don't know. It was a little conspicuous. I don't know what was happening there.
Yeah.
You know.
It was
a little suspicious, you know.
It's very true. There was a pause for around 7 minutes or so, a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Did not factor in pauses into DCS regulations.
Exactly.
So who knows what could have happened in that time.
Exactly. I did not see it in the rule book. I did think that was a little, unfortunate. Could maybe have played a little bit of in the integrity of the game. If I were to say. But if Theo thinks that was a part of our gameplay, then we'll accept that.
I agree. We'll have our analysts looking at the pause when we go into the next game. That truly is a factor that could have changed what happened throughout the game. Having a pause changes the momentum. Is this another cheat quest? Or, cheat C9. I forget which one was exactly cheating when they paused it during the LCS, but we'll have to take a look.
Most certainly not. Not from our end. I do think that we, had a certain plan going in mind, and the pause may have, interfered with some of that. It's a possibility. Is just all I'll say. You know.
I appreciate your humbleness and your acceptance of this pause, Swissman Goose.
I'll just get a word in here. I truly respect you playing in the top lane, Swissman Goose. I know
thank
that you
you.
got even on farm with your hate amuses me at one point in the game. I do truly appreciate how much you're trying there. As a
Thank
fellow
you.
top laner, I know the struggle.
Oh, thank you so much, Tristan. I really appreciate the compliments there. You know, especially someone as experienced as you in the game. I
Truly.
completely appreciate the respect. You know, and I respect you. You know, I've seen your game before.
Thank you.
You know, yeah, exactly. I'm just a huge fan, and I want you to know that. You know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't
very
get
much.
too carried away now.
Oh no, certainly not, Mikey.
Certainly not. I appreciate it. For now, we're gonna send you back to your team. You gotta talk about the game plan.
Oh, thank you.
I
Yeah.
wish you the best of luck. You know, it's 2 out of 3.
Thank you guys
Get
so
your head
much.
back in the game.
Thank
got
you so
this.
much. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, now going from here. First, I'm going to check out the little technical difficulty we have. It looks like Traston 7's camera has frozen. That is not, in fact, Traston 7 standing like that, even though that would be incredibly impressive. We're going to...
I can maintain one position for a long time.
Very true. We're going to reset this real quick by editing this on stream. We're going to switch to this, and then we're going to switch back on Discord, which is not there. There we go. We got Traston 7 back. Going from here, we'll check the schedule for the DCS. It looks like we'll be checking out the stadium once again to see what people are thinking on the ground. Let's take a look. Yeah, thank you, Michael Bumbo. I'm here at the stadium still. It looks like fans are heated. They are absolutely so upset that Prescotti Man went to the bot lane instead of the mid lane. The people are chanting, "Fuck you, Prescotti Man." I can't control them. We'll see what happens next game with what this game is like. You know, we're hearing people chanting for Team United Hoppas. You know, they're the losing team. They had a lot of forefront players, but they are also chanting for Smug Doug 110. And, you know, I laid off on it a bit, but the biggest thing being chanted in the stadium right now, which of course, the stadium was pretty quiet for a bit, so now we're going to make sure that the stadium is loud enough so that we make sure that the people are heard. You know, there are just thousands of people saying, "Fuck you, Lishan," recall BMing in the DCS. You know, the president, Zykel Zumbo, is watching the game. He is saying, his face was just mortified. These people they're cheering for the disqualification of Lishan. At this point, we can already say that Lishan will not be the most for-fun player. Absolutely not. Going forward, we'll see how these teams will manage the next game. What will happen? Will they switch up the champ pool? Will they ban? We'll see what happens. But the fans, they're just wild right now. They're saying that Element Zero, that first gank when he had a vision, that was awful too. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, thank you for that cast of the stadium. We really get an inside look at what it's like on the ground when people are watching this game. You know, I have to agree with some of what they were saying. You know, Lishan, especially with the BM recalls. Throughout all your time of playing top lane Traston 7, have you seen someone so awful at having fun?
To be honest, I've only seen just a handful of people that's ever BM recalled me in top lane, and to be honest, it doesn't really seem like it's a very common or very for fun thing. Top lane is a hub of toxicity, and it's really a wonder when you do see someone who BM recalls. So it's definitely does say something about Lee Sean there.
Yeah, even I see Lishan in the chat now trying to defend himself. It doesn't matter if the intention was fun, similar to killing someone, murdering someone. If the intention was fun, that's bad.
Truly.
So we can see what these players will do for next game. I'm very excited to see whether or not they're going to switch up the draft on Team Hoppers United, whether or not Prescott Man's going to go mid. We're going to see whether or not the Team Asian Sky Knight is going to play less hardcore. The other big penalty we saw was Yurei Musen coming into the jungle to steal jungle farm from El Chongo. That is absolutely disgusting, like regurgitating in the DCS. We're going to see if this will be a change for next game. If any final discussions they want to say about the game, Mr. Trasson 7.
I just don't really have much. I mean, Lee Sean, not very for fun, to be honest. Smug Dug and Swoos Magoose just doing their best, to be honest. I think they were the star players of that game. Prescotty Man sitting in the bot lane, not doing a whole bunch. I don't know.
We will truly see. And as we get the game back up and running, you'll see whether or not we can get these guys back in this game. I'm going to invite all the players back in. It'll be interesting to see what will happen next game. These players have played for quite a long time. Looks like we're filled back up again. I need to get you back into this lobby.
Yeah.
Truly, that was a back and forth game. We saw a lot of action all the time.
Yeah, it looked very strong for the red team early on, but then the blue team just completely swung it around and took the game by storm. It's crazy, really.
It truly is crazy. We're seeing that the game is about up. Looks like we're missing one player. Looks like Navin is late to the game. We'll see whether or not he gets it to the lobby. As we're still waiting for this game to start, I guess going through some of the players, the El Chongo was definitely trying his best throughout the game. We had Element Zero. We didn't talk too much about him, but he was a good mix of fun and trying his hardest for the DCS. Looks like we're still missing someone for some reason in the lobby, but
Truly hope to see Yasuo versus Yone this next game, brother versus brother. It seems like that would be a very interesting matchup.
That will be very interesting. We'll see if we can get a bit more music in the background since they're taking so long. Talking about the draft in general.
Yeah.
Looks like they're still taking a while. I wonder if we may have to check in. Looks like Nabin has joined the lobby. I'm thinking of anyone that we didn't talk too much about. Kitty Cat was having quite a bit of fun pausing the game and disconnecting multiple times.
Yeah.
Indeed. Looks like everyone's in this lobby, but they just need to join the right teams as we wait. Looks like the game is going to be starting soon. Looks like the players can start the game whenever they wish to. I will be informing them currently. I'm making sure that the people know the rules regulations. It is strongly encouraged to have alcohol and otherwise. And it looks like we're getting into the game now. We switch it over to the game. Looks like the same ban's coming out. Are they going to be banning any champions? Or will this look similar to the last draft? Banning champions is still okay. It is still fun because the game is set up that way.
I do hope that they end up banning each other's champions. I would like to see some of these secret champion picks come out.
Indeed.
We haven't really talked about that much on the stream yet.
Quite true. It's something that we spent a long time doing, but they are doing nothing with it. Looks like I can probably turn down this music because League of Legends is its own turn to draft music. Looks like they're just taking longer to ban.
You're scared. Good to know.
That Cully ban. It looks like the other side, Team United Hoppers has taken blue side this time, which means that they have first pick. We'll see what will be coming out first pick. Looks like the Yasuo first pick to take it away from Kitty Cat.
A little role reversal, some switch play between Kitty Cat and Prescotti Man. Kitty Cat now going on Y1 while Prescotti Man takes Yasuo.
Indeed. Looks like the Nami coming out from Your Hate Amuses Me. A power pick. We'll see how well now Your Hate Amuses Me can pilot this Nami. It will probably be difficult for him. The Greg is coming out again for Nabin.
I do have faith in that Gragas. The more he plays it, the more he should know how to use his ultimate.
Very true. And the Rengar possibly coming out. Oh, the
Could
Rengar
make it
coming
a
out.
nightmare for squishies on the enemy team.
Very
Let's
true.
see what happens with that.
Looks like Team Asian Sky Knight is looking very squishy so far, and they do have the Rengar. Looks like the Ivern pick coming out from Mental Gen.
Ivern.
This could be
Interesting.
protect the Yone team comp.
Perhaps a little bit less team fighty oriented on the enemy team.
Very true. The close to ban coming out again.
Yeah, strange.
Looks like they'll probably just ban other things once again.
Hopefully we see at least one ban so that a player can unlock their secret champion.
If only.
Now I'm angry.
Looks like that
Alistair
is not
ban.
going to be happening. Perhaps Smug Doug's Zac. Could that be a ban?
I shall.
Does not. Hopefully.
Circle Blast ban. See who it is, taking a very long time. The Nord! They banned the Nord!
Nar ban. Brian Lee Sean unlocks his secret champion.
secret-
Let's see what he does here.
Will he unlock the secret champion? Oh, wait, it looks like the secret
He-
champion is coming out.
He takes his secret champion.
The Hyrule pick absolutely crazy into this game. Looks like the Rengar, Yasuo, and Gragas have to go onto the team. The Vladimir
El
coming
Chongo
out.
on the Vladimir. Now that is a hyper scaling champion. They have a very strong late game right now.
Very true. Let's see what the last pick is. Looks like it's going to be Swiss Magoose's pick with the Jace.
Jace holds down the early game.
And looks like Smug Doug may be picking the Vigor this game instead of the Zac.
Or the Zac again.
Oh, maybe the Zac is coming out.
Zac was very strong last game.
Let's see what happens. Oh, is this the Vigar? The Vigar
I
is
am
coming
concerned
out.
about that Vigar. He can be bursted down by the Vladimir, the Jace, and the Rengar, potentially even the Gragas. Lots of threats to him on the enemy team.
Very true. This may be on the enchanters to defend the team.
I have to go talk with our sponsors for a bit, Mr. Bumbo. I will be right back.
Understood. This is looking like a crazy game. Looks like they have no tank on Team Asian Sky Knight. But on Team Hoppers United, they've got the Gragas, and they've got Vladimir. But starting now, we'll head on back to the commercial break so that you guys can learn what's best for you. Hello, my name is Zykel Zumbo. As you all know, there's currently a lot of bad things happening in the country. But I'm here to tell you about something that's worse. There's a pandemic going on. A pandemic of people not peeling for the ADC. Now, you may think that this is something that doesn't affect me. I can play the game perfectly fine without having to have the entire team keep me in the game. However, for a select group of the population that is high risk, they cannot play normally. They cannot do things normally. I'm here to tell you that you can start to put an end to this. All you need to do is just peel for your AD. It's not that hard. You can look at where they are. Looking at your map is also a good start too. Thank you. Hi, my name is Michael Fumbo. I'm a doctor who specializes in helping people recover from certain illnesses, such as Jordan gaslighting you. If Jordan has gaslit you in the past, you may be entitled to compensation. This is a pandemic that is affecting millions of League of Legends players, and an end must be put to it. If you need help, my help, the experts' help, call 1-800-JORDAN is gaslighting me. That is 1-800-JORDAN is gaslighting me. Thank you. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. I was talking with some of my colleagues about this really cool new hip thing that my fellow young people are doing. It's called not dying before objectives. Now, this is a really hard thing for some people to understand and grasp. But, you know, it's just this really cool, hip new thing. Everyone's doing it. I mean, if I were to do it, you'd want to do it too, right? Because this is just the new trend. It's up and coming.
Just got back from talking with our sponsors.
If you're interested, just try to not die before a dragon. That sounds good, Mr. Traston. I was just playing some ads before the game. Looks like we have just a bit of time before the game is going to be starting. Looks like I can probably switch back to the view here. You know, as we're just still on the analyst desk talking about the game, what do you think is going to happen in this game?
I don't know. I'm really hoping that the opposite team that won last game really takes it by storm this game. I would like to see us advance to the third game of the tournament, to be honest. This is supposed to be for fun after all, so I hope it's a little bit more of an even matchup. Especially with Prescotti Man and Kitty Cat switching. I do also have to say, after my conversation, I did get Steve Jobs on board to sponsor this DCS stream, so thank you very much, Steve Jobs.
Thank you, Steve Jobs.
Yeah, so I'm really hoping to see like a massive turnaround. I'm hoping that, you know, what is it, Team Asian Sky Knight, I believe? It was
two-
Tapas United that
Yeah.
that lost last game. I'm hoping that they managed to pull out the win this game.
Indeed. We love casting League of Legends and seeing League of Legends, so we do want to see this with Team 3.
Both teams even at 2.5k gold. Let's see what happens.
Let's see whether or not this even game stays even.
We got Your Hate amuses me in the chat advertising his OnlyFans. This is supposed to be a PG stream, so please do not look that up.
Indeed. Do not look at that. Steve Jobs, you're watching. I know you're watching. This is just a player getting out of hand that we recommended shortly.
Yeah, they will be knocked down a little bit on the For Fun Players tournament. Thank you.
Looks like they're doing a watching out the jungle the entire way. We'll get these cameras set up. These borders. Looks like it's an iron in a lane. Is this what we waited for? This is the Yone versus Yasuo mid lane. This will tell whether or not Prescotty Man is indeed the better mid laner or not. Looks like Heimerdinger jungle. Brian pulling out another one of his picks that he plays all the time. Maybe we'll see what happens, whether he'll take it for fun. Looks like they're dancing it out mid lane. Looks like they're making peace. Let's see where the game takes us.
Prescotty Man getting the early trade. Ooh, lands the knockup. That could be the lane winning knockup there.
True. Looks like bot lane is heading down. Looks like both junglers hang
Lee
up top
Sean
side.
clearing his jungle, ignoring his wolves. I believe he's going straight for the red camp, sitting through the turret there.
Let's see what happens here. So bot lane is doing some minor trades. It's like a scuffle in the top lane. Mentorson is just autoing the shit out of
El
Chongo.
Chongo coming out on top with a little bit more HP there. And his empowered Q up so he can sustain off of that. Ooh, doesn't land it on the Ivern though.
Looks like the Ivern went grasp of the Undying Ivern top lane. Looks like that in the Brazilian server right now, that is one of the top meta picks. We'll see whether or not this will turn out to be a more fun pick.
Navin going in.
I didn't even see
what
that.
happens
Oh,
bot lane. Doesn't look like he's making out of there.
I didn't even see what happened.
Swoosh Magoose is gonna be making out of there either.
I didn't even see what happened. Looks like the flash coming out from your head music.
Ooh, 2 flashes. Ooh. Oh, so close.
Oh, like the top lane. I didn't even see what happened top lane either.
Top lane. El Chongo and Element Zero. Ooh.
Hang up to the
kills
top
on Vladimir,
and
very
stuff
strong.
Happening mid lane too. If you see that, it's like
mid lane plays.
That's it's a big wave. Will Kitty Cat make it out alive? It looks like she will. There's
26
a lot of fights
HP,
going on.
25.
We're gonna see. I'm gonna go back to the replay, see what happens. Looks like bot lane have a win on a fairly unfavorable attack, but Mr. Element Zero went on to an overpushed Ivern top lane. Playing that fast motion so we can get the quick of it. 2 flashes coming out for Mentorson though. We'll go back to live.
Not much happening right now.
It's like more scuffles in the bot lane. Navin's getting
Navin stuck in the cage. Once Smugdug gets that level 6, he's really going to be wrecking the bot lane, taking it over. He's got that 1 kill up.
True. Is this the lane game coming from Lee Sean, though? Looks like he is just walking around.
Hopefully blue team can take the game this time.
Very true. Looks like top lane is still trading.
Trade in the mid lane. Prescott versus Kitty Cat.
Looks like they went pretty even. They're still even in mid lane. Oh, would this be something? Will Kitty Cat be able to land? The Q? Oh, it was close. Flash, but no kill.
Ooh.
Prescotty Man is greedy. He's staying.
Element Zero is hovering in the mid lane. Let's see if he can do anything here.
Looks like he's going for Leishon, which is in the jungle, but he's going back towards Kitty Cat. Leishon is just pulverizing jungle right now. It looks like a roam from Your Hero uses me.
Oh, Element
Looks
Zero.
like he is stuck. He has no flash. No flash from the top lane.
misses the stun.
Looks like he may be able to just walk out of there. Let's see what happens.
Unless, yeah,
Well, it looks like they're
he's
pushed
able
up
to
bot
walk
lane. Will they
out.
be able to tell that their entire team is going?
Are they looking at the minimap?
Can
We
they-
will see soon here. Doesn't
We
look like
will
they do see their
It looks
minimap.
like this may be a double kill.
It seems as though they deleted the bottom right-hand portion of their screen.
Indeed. Looks like Navin is taking down
Oh,
as
and
well.
they get the double kill. Bot lane.
Smugdog was 1v2ing that before they even came up.
Tragic. I was holding it out for the blue team this game, but it appears as though
it looks
they
like-
are disappointing.
Looks like Nami's ran into the turret. Look at an instant replay. It looks like Your Hero is walking towards the tower, doing an emote. That's not a pre-call BM. We have to take it to the analyst to decide whether or not that's BM or not. Going back to real time. Looks like this game is much less action-packed than the other, but Red Team, Team Asian Skyline is once again up in goal. This is a fight in the mid lane. Looks like they get Lancy ult. Skyman is just standing there. Looks like Skyman is trying to ult. Oh, what's going to happen
Oh,
here?
Prescotti man tries his hardest.
Oh, Leishon's coming in to stop the 1v1. Oh, Prescotti has to walk away.
Ooh. That was a close one.
That was truly an even matchup, but Leishon came in to try to ruin the 1v1. Gao Chong was establishing vision. Bot lane looks to be almost chasm at this game. And it looks like Element Zero is coming
Element
in.
Zero.
He knows that he's there. And that's a penalty. That's stealing the enemy's red buff. That's non for fun penalty fun. Leishon once again. Absolute fan unfavorite. When will he stop tryharding?
I don't believe that Leishon can possibly win the most for fun player now.
Absolutely not. On the second game too. Did he learn his lesson, or did he just do the same thing again?
I think he's only concerned with winning, to be honest, and not being for fun.
I agree. Looks like they're splitting the CS in the bot lane, a strategy that is...
Oh, Prescotti man.
Seeing a fight in the bot lane as well. Looks like Navin has dashed into certain death. But what will happen here? You're going to use him go down.
Goose Magoose trying to go in.
Navin
They can
trying
get
to
that
land the
Nami
kill.
out.
Oh,
It doesn't
you
look
hate
like
to
they
see
can
it.
get it.
Oh, with the flash coming out though.
Oh,
Yeah, that was pretty
Ooh,
well
he
played
makes it
by
out with
Mr.
flash.
Smugdog 110. You're hating uses you. Maybe a bit too deep for Mr. Navin. Except top lane again. Looks like Element Zero has come right in. Looks like he's floating on air right now. Oh, but will he get out? Looks like Lance kill. When will Riot fix this
Ooh.
bug? Looks like Rengar is floating in the air.
perhaps Element Zero needs to camp top lane in order to get his top laner ahead so that he can
True. It,
carry the game.
on the stream now, it looks like Element Zero is currently floating over Gromp. Maybe he's getting the high ground advantage. We'll have to see whether or not
I don't
this is
see
worth
that
one or not.
myself. I believe that it's because of Riot is an indie company.
Indeed. Looks like he is still flying. This game, 2K gold down. Smugdog once again carrying the game. Both mid laners recalling.
Navin stops the Smugdug 110 recall.
That will save some time before Smugdog comes back for this probably Luden's Echo with this one.
Another 8
I sure hope not.
seconds.
Alright, there's still okay bot lane because you don't have Ludens yet, but that is a very dangerous area to be at.
Prescotti man dominating Kitty Cat and Farm, 20 over him.
Very
El
true.
Chongo remaining even with Ivern.
Looks like Lishan is doing his best in stealing farm.
Element Zero going for the invade.
Looks like he is
he's just taking out a
floating
ward and getting
above
out.
landscape. What will happen here? Well, oh, the ult is coming out. I didn't see the hitbox. But
Oh, he flashes out of it. Gets ignited, but lives.
he is out. Looks like Navin is scouting out the area. Top lane is just the same as before and just random trades. Oh, but this scuffle in the mid lane. What will happen here? Prescott's fighting in the wave. Lance Tornado. Looks like Team Agent Sky Knight is looking to take the dragon. Skyman walking towards Kitty Cat. But is that too far? Kitty Cat flashes in. Kitty Knight comes out. Oh, but Kitty Cat goes back. Oh, almost lands the knockup. But the dragon is going on. Looks like Navin's looking to try to stop the dragon. Looks like they're off it.
Element Zero ganking top lane
And
again.
at the
Let's
top.
see what happens.
Looks like he is a top. Oh, and the Mentor takes down.
Oh!
And the
Ooh,
where was that?
tragic.
Oh, going, Mr. God King. I'm sorry. But looks like the bot lane is still. Bad things are
Navin
happening.
ults for the dragon.
Oh,
Doesn't
and
really
the
hit
amazing
anything
bubble,
with
and
it, though.
oh, you hate to see it. Oh,
Ooh,
but they get the
hopefully
dragon.
Get that. Oh, okay. It's 3 and 7 right now. Red
Oh,
team
after amazing-
almost 2K ahead.
amazing win wall.
Hopefully Prescott and Navin can get out of there. Oh, it doesn't look like it though.
No.
Get
Smug-
caged.
Smug dog.
Prescott
can,
makes it
can
out.
Kitty Cat land the thing? Oh,
Ooh, so close.
it looks like Smug Dog is just. Maybe we should have kept him out of the DCS. He is just absolutely dominating the Rift,
Yeah, truly.
and all at the same time having fun.
4 and 0 right now.
We can get some
Unbelievable to
objective
be
timers
honest.
in here. You can see on the side now. We can see where all the buffs are coming up at. This game is still looking grim, but it's possible. Looks like Mr. Rengar and El Chongo are getting big top lane. El Chongo is the God King after all. Can he carry on the Vladimir?
El Chongo isn't used to playing carry champions. He's a tank main after all, but hopefully he can take the game by storm with his Vladimir. If he can somehow manage to one-shot Vygar, that could turn the tides here.
It looks like on my screen still, I've got the bug where Element Zero is flying above Rift Herald. This is a great thing to see.
I will say again that Riot is an indie company. I
Very
do
true.
see the bug on your stream, but I do not see it on my gameplay right now.
Looks like they secure the Rift Herald.
Scuffle breaking down to the bot lane.
Oh, it looks like
Appears
bot
that
lane is
Navin
a
dies
disaster.
again. Will Swoosh Magoose make it out? It appears not.
It's like bot lane needs to get their hand in the game.
Mid
Smug
lane,
Dog.
let's see what
Oh, I'm
happening.
watching the
Kitty
fight.
Cat versus Prescott.
Oh, will Prescott go down?
Ooh, Prescott has to run away here.
Almost at 31 HP.
Makes it out with 30 HP.
That was an even matchup. Prescott is up 20 CS, yet he's still losing some of his trades. We'll see what happens. So you're holding mid lane. Lishan walking around. Is that going to be another red buff that Lishan will steal? Is this player this despicable? We'll see.
Lishan plays make me want to throw up with how much he does not play for fun.
Once again, we see him stealing buffs.
Navin caught in the cage.
On the cage,
He's
trying
out
his
of the
best.
Nami
Is that Lishan?
ult.
Somebody get Lishan off the stage.
Tragic, really.
So they're trying their best. Looks like Element Zero walking towards them.
Perhaps we should have forbidden Lishan to play in the jungle.
Very true. Oh, it looks like this is just a slobber knocker. Smug Dog is just too strong. I heard the cheer in the top lane. I'm not sure what happened. Can El Chongo carry this game? This may be what this comes down to.
Hopefully he lands the ult on Ivern. I believe that should be the
is
kill.
that going to be the kill?
Ooh,
It's not the
quite.
kill.
He doesn't follow up on it.
It's close. I know the God
Might have
King.
died from that trigger seat though.
God King has heart. Looks like they're going towards them. Looks like oh, it's coming out. Presky Man's able to ult Smug Dog.
Oh,
The heal is just
Prescotty
insane.
man doesn't look he can do enough
So,
damage
Presky
here.
Man shits the
His
bed.
stun doesn't look like he can.
And
go
they're
there.
emoting on Presky Man. Well worth it. Well deserved. It looks like there's a gank to the top lane. El Chongo's getting ganked by Brian, who's the most oh, except El Chongo. Is he going to be able to dodge? Oh, okay. Brian's just.
Oh,
I mean,
Smug Dog 9-0 right now. Lee Sean 3-0. Doesn't look like there's much blue team can do.
true. It looks like there truly may be. You know, and look at this. Please take a look at the top. Well deserved. You know, that is playing the
Element
game.
Zero seems like a fairly for-fun player this game.
He is trying his best versus this jungler who is trying to kill him. Oh, and the kick out lands the ult. Will this be the kill on Element Zero? Looks like it is, and it's back over.
Ooh.
It looks like that was an amazing play while Prescott is just standing there. But moving on, Element Zero is trying his best versus his jungler, which is just counter ganking and counter jungling the entire time. This looks like another kill in the bot lane. Bot lane, what are you doing? This become the Grand Canyon of bot diff. That is feels bad, man.
Ugh. That is 1-0-12 bot lane on the blue team if I've ever seen one.
It's very true. It looks like line is still clear. Looks like he's just farming all the time. Timeline is pretty clear. Mention is going to Fabled Play the Ring King Executioner's Iron build. Just a completely broken build. Look at that damage up top lane right now.
Completely shuts down the El Chongo. Cannot heal with that grievous wounds.
And it looks like your Hate uses me is trying to ward. Element Zero going to mid
Scuffle
lane.
breaking out in the mid lane.
Looks like Presky Man may be outmatched. Looks like
Oh,
solo killed.
1v1 by Kitty Cat mid lane.
What are you doing, Presky Man? You may have to eat your words after this game. Looks like
Targeted the entire enemy team, but it looks like he's 0-2 right now.
very true. Looks like they're about 7k goal ahead in 17 minutes. This doesn't look very hot for Team Hoppus United. Looks like the ult's coming out, barely any damage. Decent trade.
Red team has
They got the dragon. Looks like Brian's just trying to, or Lishon's trying to just go for objectives as usual. Sweet Magoose.
It is a cloud dragon.
This could be a favorable fight. Looks like he is just bombed, like deleted. El Chongo coming in though. God King El Chongo pulls the Nami bubble, and he is realizing how much their bot lane is fed.
Oh, he's
This
not
is
able to get out of there.
He deserves to be able to Mystic Ping his bot lane here. And oh, that's a That's a taunt. Smug Dog, you're better than this. That you saw that taunt there. He was walking over the body.
Kitty Cat.
It's like Scotty Man is getting solo killed again. Or yes.
Oh.
Kitty Cat is out because of the
Kitty Cat,
enchanters.
insane player, really taking lessons from LS right now.
Yeah, except for the
her
part where
father.
she walked in and died for no reason. But that could have been the for fun play. This is just
A
looking
very for
grim.
fun play. I can foresee El Chongo and Kitty Cat being the most for fun players right now
I also see
on
that.
in this game.
We'll have to ask the teams what do they think about their teammates. Looks like Mexican is going in for the tower dive. Let's see what Lishon is doing. Of course, just pushing and doing nothing but trying to win the game. Looks like Smug Dog out of position here. The entire team is here. Can they take out Smug Dog? Smug Dog 110 is taken out.
They're able to get the 1,000 gold shutdown on a red
Very
guard.
true. That was an incredibly fun play by Smug Dog 110 as well. Looks like Lishon is taking red buff again because he's not a 4-1 player, and he's just sitting there. Looks like if they wait in this bush for Element Zero, this may be a violation. Or Abin. Let's see what happens. Looks like this is a mid-chasm. This game is really on El Chongo right now. The God King himself, can he carry his teammates out of this?
They're 7k gold down. Hopefully El Chongo can bring it back with his late game scaling.
Very true. Looks like Smug Dug 110 has already purchased the Rabadon's Death Cap. Let's see how much AP he has. He's got 664 AP at 20 minutes. This may look grim for the enemy team. Looks like there may be a scuffle. Element 0 perfectly dodges the ult and goes back in. Looks like, let's see what happens because teams fall up. And teams falling up. It's going to die from Ignite. Is KK going to go for the 1v3, 1v4 right now? He's able to kill the Greg, the Jace. Absolutely insane.
Oh, not able to quite get through that slow there.
Yeah, one of the best players in this matchup so far this game. Smoke Dog, that's almost like a BM ult right there. Let's see if Charlie can, El Chongo can land this kill. And Smoke Dog flashes over the wall. This
that is tragic.
Unfortunate. Looks like Mentogen TP'd over too.
Almost 10k gold ahead,
This
about
is looking
8k right now.
Quite grim. Looks like Smoke Dog was just too much of a fire pick. They banned away the Zac, but the Vigard came out. Looks like, alright, this looks like a violation right here. Looks like Your Hate Amuses Me is BMing over El Chongo's corpse right now. That is an instant disqualification. We'll see what happens at the end. We'll see if Element Zero goes in here, he's a very for-fun player. See what happens. Can they fight this fight? Metal Machine is out of mana. Here's the Goose. Almost being instantly killed by the Vigor thing. JK is running in. They're almost 8k gold down now. It's looking quite grim because of grouping. Like JK maybe looking to go in. And the ult misses, but the Navin lands the ult on the back. Looks like the JK kills people. El Chongo, let's see what he does. He's able to pick up the kill. This guy in doing nothing at all. Oh, Chongo trying his best. Team is too heavy. Element Zero unable to do anything versus the enemy team. This truly looks like just tragic to see. Brian is recall BMing in the base now. Oh, that is a great play. Great for fun play by Element Zero. That brings his points up insanely high for that. Perhaps we saw him jump in more. He can do more fun play. I'm trying to kill Press guy in there. Smug Dug. Let's see what he kills. Is that the double kill? Oh, it's absolutely. Oh, let's see. Element Zero trying his best. I'm going over. Looks like matching scores in the bot lane. 0909. It's looking quite grim. Can El Chongo go back in again? Ooh. Looks like this is just a constant scuffle now. Now I'm going back in on Hibernate. Looks like he's out. And it looks like Kitty Cat has left the game. That is a very fun thing to do. Trying to make sure that the enemy team can try to win the game, even when there's one less person.
Potentially a rage quit.
It's very true. It looks like she may have raged from just how much she destroyed Prescott.
Could be sweating.
She asked for a challenge mid lane, and she got none. Looks like Swiss Magoose is trying to take out the Super Minion. It's an intense fight. Who will come out on top? Looks like he's going back to base. Looks like Super Minion win this one. What will Lishon actually recall here? He did. Looks like they may be doing a pincer maneuver on. Oh, it looks like Element Zero almost died of minions too. He's also playing very for fun right now. And he's got a gravestone map coming out. Looks like they're getting vision around Baron. The Kika is still disconnected. We'll see whether or not it makes a difference in this game. Oh, Chongo running in. Oh, getting caught. Oh! Oh! This is... We're turning away.
Casters aren't supposed to be biased, but this makes my heart just shatter.
My heart is shattered right now. I mean, good play for them to sit in bushes, but you know, they're singing bushes around Barons. You know, this is what they call something they won't even do in silver games. It's not very fun. Let's see, it looks like Smugdog and Leishon, two brothers, in the mid lane. Let's see whether or not Emilzir can do anything. He's emoting still. Looks like he's playing for fun. He's still floating above the air. Can that get past the Viper thing? And they got the Baron. Looks like Leishon's being a stupid fool. Oh, but they're trying to take out the Smugdog. And Smugdog is taken down. The 1,000 gold bounty going over to El Chongo, the God King. Looks like Leishon is next on the chopping block.
Collapsed on Leishon there.
And El Chongo ganked that 600 gold bounty. Just absolutely fed. Looks like T-Cat's going over. Oh, that doesn't look very fun. That's a flash.
Oh, that's not very fun.
Yeah, they kill El Chongo, the guy with all the gold. That's called not having fun. That's not good there. It's like, if moves trying to. Oh, that flash grant from Navin. T-Cat's just trying. Alright, this may be too much from T-Cat. T-Cat's playing too much on for fun right now. It's like L0 is trying his best, just getting absolutely destroyed.
Prescotti, man, kills.
I didn't even see that. I'll go back in time.
That was an insane play under the tower.
Looks like that was quite insane. Going forward, looks like there's another TP that came out. They're just dancing around the Nexus right now. Oh, Chongo, did he kill them? Chongo's going in, trying to win the game. He's saying, fuck you, teammates, I can win. But unfortunately, his teammates fed too hard. Looks like Smith gets to be taken out just by auto attacks. It's just awful to see. Smugdog is just maybe if he walks towards the Nexus, if he's trying to kill people in the Nexus, this could be called farming. This is not for fun. We'll take a look. Looks like Smugdog is trying to just farm under the Nexus towers. This could be a violation. Oh, and the ult coming out from This is tragic to see. Smugdog is taking it too far now. Unless he runs under a tower right now, he's not for fun.
I believe that Smugdog, at this point, I don't see how he has much of a chance in the most for fun player tournament.
It's very true. Looks like he is just trying to farm them. Looks like everyone there is just trying to kill him under tower. Get them out of there. Somebody surrender this game. Jesus Christ. Looks like Swiss Goose trying his best to have fun.
Swiss Goose, I feel like he's one of the top contenders for fun right now.
Now Smugdog is running it
to the
in.
fountain. His greed and hubris gets the better of him.
Another game. You know, it was interesting to see. This DCS has been filled with a lot of games. Let's take a look at the damage charts real quick. Looks like Jordan and Spruce Magoose are having a lot of fun that game. That gets them higher up on the for fun charts. Smugdog from farming that tower, it looks like that's just not going to do. I think let's head over to the caster's desk to start to talk about who really could be the most for fun player.
Yeah. I believe that Swoos Magoose was definitely one of the most fun players, trying his hardest pretty much all the time. Wasn't a whole lot he could do with his team though, unfortunately. Smugdog was pretty fun the first game, but second game with those Nexus, with the fountain plays, I feel like he was just dropped off there.
Indeed. Get some decision music right here going too.
Yeah.
Let's talk the players. If we can go, we can go back to the slideshow. We can go player by player. Let's take a look. Looks like first player, Smugdog. We already said, Smugdog was for fun the first game. I don't know about the others. He was farming people under tower. That's just a violation in itself. I don't know, what to say about that. Smugdog fell from grace. The power went to his head. Vigar's
Pretty
lore is
strong in
the
the
same
first
way.
game, but-
You know, he's a maniacal guy that was turned over to evil.
I guess what can you expect from someone that does Fortnite dances all day long?
It's true. His Fortnite senses probably came in. He
That's
wanted
to
the
his
victory
head.
royale. He wanted to be the last survivor. But in the end, he ruined his chances of being the most fun player. Can move on to Lee Sean. Do we even need to talk about Lee Sean? Lee Sean is the least...
Skip next, go next.
All right, Yurei amuses me. You know, the second performance there, you know, having the Nami out, you know, some of the kills, quite interesting to see that bot lane. But unfortunately, seeing the BM over El Chongo's corpse midway through the game,
Yeah.
just disqualifies you. You know, it was a long BM, it wasn't very short. We saw it on the caster's desk. You know, we saw what happened last game. Just with the invades and everything, it's just not looking good. Next person, Kitty Cat. Unless you want to say more about this, you know, we see Your Hey Muses be in the chat right now. He's giving in a.
I feel as though Kitty Cat was a decently fun player. Held it out in the first game. I know that she was like 0-13 at one point, right? So, and she still held it in there, managed to win the game. Second game, she really took it by storm. I don't know if she did anything that was especially non-for-fun, but it seems like she's a strong contender there.
Definitely a strong contender. At the end of the game, though, we're seeing a lot of Flash trying to style on people, which is not very for fun. You know, we'll look at the. We can take a look at Your Hey Amuses Me, because he is saying that he was making out with El Chongo's dead body in the chat. Unfortunately,
that is necrophilia, which is not very for fun.
Very true. And we did not see on the caster's desk. Unfortunately, what happens on the caster's desk is what happens in the game. Moving on to Mentorton. You know, Mentorton actually is a pretty high contender, I would say, pulling out the Zillion bot lane, playing pretty well, and enabling Doug throughout the entire thing. I don't remember seeing too many try-hard plays or anything with that. I think it was pretty well done. And the Ivern coming out top lane, you know, we wouldn't have expected that. Both a for fun and a counter pick. We will have to see how he fares against some of the top contenders.
Yeah.
We move on to Team Hoppa United after I get this thing reset. Team Hoppa United, L10, you know, we didn't give too much coverage to L10 throughout the entire broadcast.
We did not. I feel as though he was having as much fun as he was able to have. He was trying his hardest. Rengar and Rumble, you know,
I think
just wasn't able to do enough, I suppose.
The one common factor that we're kind of leaving out of this discussion for L10 is how much Lee Sean was an awful and terrible person playing in the DCS. You know, there wasn't much he could do when Lee Sean was trying to counter invade, go for objectives, and trying to counter gank anytime that L10 did anything. You know, this.
When you are fighting a player that is strictly playing to win and not for fun, there's not much you can do when you're playing for fun, I suppose.
Just absolutely awful to see that L10 is put in that position. We did see the Flash Smite to stop the recall, one of the best for fun plays that we saw this series, I would say. We didn't expect that coming out. And also just having to deal with Lee Sean throughout the entire game. We'll definitely keep him on the radar. Prescotti, man. He is, I'm not sure. I don't think Prescotti,
It seems as though it was a tilted split push the first game, which I don't believe is for fun. He does say that in the chat he was sweating, which is quite literally the opposite of for fun. I believe that off of that statement alone, he should be disqualified from the for fun tournament. If you are having for fun, you are not sweating.
It's very true. When you're playing, when the game is set up so that you can face Fio in the mid lane or Kitty Cat in the mid lane with Yone and Yasuo, one would expect that you would do that rather than running away and going to the bot lane. Unfortunately, I would have to say that Prescotti is out of this competition.
I would agree with that.
On to Nabin. Nabin was definitely a star for fun player in these games. You know, being stuck in the bot lane, one of the worst lanes in the world, having to
As
play
a
this
top
Gragas.
laner, I agree.
Yeah, I hope in the right way. But you know, being stuck in like Gragas every game, having to try to have fun while you're against Prescotti Man, except you're not against Prescotti Man because you know he's on the same team, but you're against him on the way that Prescotti Man is trying to win. Nabin is trying to have fun. The second game, absolutely great for fun gameplay that we saw from both him and Swiss Magoose in the bot lane. I would say that Nabin is definitely a high contender.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I just wish that he pulled out his Mordekaiser pick. Personally, that might be a little bit of personal bias considering that I am a Mordekaiser main, but I feel like pulling out the Mordekaiser could have changed things if he was able to ult the 19-3 Vigar at some points. It could have been pretty fun to watch them 1v1 in the Death Realm, also known in some circles as the Sex Dungeon. I don't know.
We'll have to keep him on the radar too. Moving on.
Yeah.
To Swoose Magoose. Just, you know, honestly, I don't think there was any time that I didn't see him having fun. You know, the entire game. Can you think of anything off the top of your head where he was going too hard or, you know?
I think that he was just trying to have a really good time in both his Teemo game and his Jace game. It seems like, I don't know, he was just playing the game and having a really good time, to be honest.
Yeah, you know, I don't think we ever saw a play that was sweaty. It was all fun. You know, I don't think I ever thought of a moment where Swoose Magoose wasn't having fun. And from the earlier interview, you know, it really sounds like he's just trying to have fun with his teammates.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how this all happens.
As Reddit would say it, he might be just a wholesome 100 Keanu Reeves man.
Indeed. Now I guess we'll get into the interviews. We'll interview some people from the team. Of course, Brian is off the list, but who else on, you know, I think that maybe Mentalgen from Team Agent Skyknight would be a good person to interview. Ask him about what he thinks about that game.
It may be also from Team Hoppa United, it may be interesting to invite either Element Zero or Swoose Magoose to interview.
I agree.
If you're speaking for the future.
Let us invite Mentalgen now. Mentalgen?
Oh, hold up. We have forgotten, I believe that we need to remove Mentalgen from this because I believe that we have forgotten to review El Chongo. And
how have I forgotten El Chongo?
I do not believe, I cannot believe that you've forgotten our God
That
King.
is a, you know, my mind was so, you know, we'll keep the music on just because El Chongo, he's not going to let this down. Honest mistake. Your team was non-existent, and so was your slide. But you know, El Chongo.
El Chongo, you first game you tried the hardest that you could do against the try-hard to win Lishan, and there's really nothing that you can do when you're playing for fun against a to-win player.
I would definitely agree. You know, El Chongo had one of the matchups where he was against Mentalgen in the top, where he was able to show his for fun prowess there. You know, the Vladimir ult was probably also one of the most fun plays that we saw, where Ivern was about here and the Vladimir ult was about there. So you know, it's a lot of plays that are looking very for fun. He's definitely a top contender. I honestly am probably going to get thrown off the DCS for forgetting about this. I sure hope not.
El Chongo, I do have to say that despite your team's disappointing performance, you still hold a special place in my heart. I believe that you also hold a special place in Nebe's heart as well.
Mm-hmm. We know that Nebe is probably watching this stream. She knows that you were probably the MVP of last game. You were trying your hardest. There's not much you can do when the enemy team, when Brian, Jackson, Lee Sean, is just trying to win as hard as he can. Now that
On a personal level, I hope to continue being your top lane rival in the future. Your performance was impeccable.
While the God King may have been forgotten by the stupid DCS casters and by his team, he will continue to live and reign over his realm into the next game. Team Diff for sure. Now moving on to the interviews, where I believe that we said that Mental Jin would be the person that we interviewed from Team Asian Sky Knight. We'll get to that now. Is that Mr. Mental Jin on the line?
Yes.
What?
A video interview, correct?
Oh, I can enter the video interview for sure. We will have to change this up a bit with the layout. If I can view your stream as well. This may be a bit weird. Here we go. Mr. Mental Jin, what is it like to win 520 RP in the League of the Sword?
Honestly, as a first generation American, I can have asked for more. But if I may respectfully, I would like to what's the right word? I would like to give Brian 30 seconds on the floor to defend himself, if I may.
Only because you are the most for-fun player on Team Asian Sky Knight, we will give Brian 30 seconds exactly in an attempt to defend himself, and I will bring up a timer for those 30 seconds.
Thank you, Your Honor. I love you.
There's no problem at all. First, allow me to change the mood a bit. Alright, now that the mood has been changed just a bit for Mr. Brian entering the call, we will now entertain Lee Sean. Tell me, Lee Sean, what is it that you have to say? If he's even here.
I've been accused of having no fun and no integrity and no X, Y, or Z. Hurtful. All very hurtful things. Played Heimer jungle. You know? What do you want, bro?
I want you to have fun, Mr. Lee Sean.
I've been accused. There's slander in this.
Sorry, 30 seconds are up. Moving on. Mr. Mr. Mental Jin, moving back the theme to better fit you as a player who has won the DCS and had fun. You know, what is it like what skin are you looking for? You know, what is it like to be this Victor?
Victor, huh? That's a great idea, Mikey.
Oh.
But yeah. Being a Victor, it's like all this hard work, you know, and not having, not being Prescott and not being sweaty, you know. 24 long years of trying to be for fun has finally paid off, you know, and it feels good.
Definitely feels good indeed. Is that, I see you have a TSM jersey on right now. Are you on the academy team currently? Or are you on the actual team?
I'm on the keep it a secret, but there's a new for fun roster going.
You'll have to keep me updated on
in
that.
the team.
I know that you'll be a star player in that as well. You know, what was the feeling in the room when Team Asian Sky Knight won the game? What was going through everyone's heads?
Honestly, we were just trying to support our man Doug, you know. Like Doug isn't a veteran in this scene, so it's just nice to see him have his little time in the spotlight, you know, and us as for fun players, we, you know, what's more fun than letting others have fun? You know,
That's
facilitating the fun for others.
is very true indeed. You know, Doug was one of the star players that we saw coming from Team Asian Sky Knight. You know, what was it like to see this new star player for the first time?
It means I can finally retire from this game.
And that would be a blessing for you indeed to be able to leave this game. And of course, music is completely insane. You know, has anyone talked about what skin they would buy on your team?
No, we're just talking about, you know, having a great rest of the night, you know, just banter between us and the Hoppas. You know, it was a well-fought battle, and those are my guys as well. But, you know, there can only be one winner.
Absolutely. You know, I appreciate, you know, just an absolutely humble player. I am humbled myself to be able to play and to be able to cast a game with you, Mr. Mental Gym.
Dude, have I ever told you that you look like my idol, Zyke?
That I've gotten that a few times. I don't see what they mean though. But
I see it.
I appreciate that's a big compliment.
All right, big ups.
Do you have any last remarks for both teams?
Shout out to you, Prescott.
All right, I guess we'll send you back over to the waiting room while we interview someone from Team Hoppas United.
Thank you guys for doing this. You know, it really made my 2020.
And thank you for participating, Mr. Mentalton.
My pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for having fun and all.
Yeah,
guess.
unlike Lee Sean. Please inform him of his ways, his mistakes.
Yeah, fuck Brian.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck you, Brian. I hope we get lost. Alright. Moving on to...
Now, for the Team Hoppas United, my personal choice is either Swoos Magoose or Element Zero.
And we interviewed Swoos Magoose already, so it won't be fair to be able to interview other people. I think either Swoos Magoose or Navin. I don't know which one. Which one do you think?
So if we already gave Swoos Magoose the interview, then Navin would obviously be the natural pick. Though it appears as though Asian Sky Knight wants to interview Jordan. Perhaps we should factor that into our consideration.
That is true. It looks like the chat is screaming Element Zero's name. That could be the factor to pull him into the call. Element Zero does not want that. That adds even more reason to bring him in.
I believe that for that alone, we should.
I'm a modest man. I agree. First, we will figure out the music once again that we'll be going over. We gotta tone down the mood a bit. You know, we're going to be talking to Element Zero. This is a man who had just lost the DCS. You know, he lost out on the ability to get 520 RP in League of Legends skins. You know, this isn't a thing to take lightly. You know, we need to be respectful of him as we talk to him. We're pulling him in now.
I've been volunteered as tribute.
Oh my gosh!
What is going on here? Is this, you know, is this Mr. Element Zero? What just happened?
Well, I can't really say what happened. I can only say what I witnessed, and I think I witnessed Brian, you know, not having a great time, honestly. I feel like he had an awful time, and it's on my red.
Mr. Element Zero.
Yeah, he's still in jungle multiple times.
Could you
Could
you please turn on your webcam, Mr. Element Zero?
Well, give me but a moment. I need to find the button. There it is.
All right. And of course, I have my webcam here as well. That's
no problem.
You can show a tiny sneak peek. Oh, Traston just disappeared. Why is he gone? I can show a tiny sneak peek at the DCS background, which is not coming out. You know, Element Zero, you were trying your hardest against
I was
this
trying
player,
very hard.
against
Very
this player that was just doing the opposite of what the DCS was for.
I think it was honestly a little bit unfair. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to question the refs on this, but putting me up against Lee Shan in the jungle, I don't really think that's very acceptable. Honestly,
No.
I haven't looked at the rule book very much, but is that allowed?
No.
We tried to encourage Lee Shan to go to other lanes than the jungle with his champion picks, but I suppose that he just wanted to play his main role instead of actually have a fun time. So he just forced his champions to work in the jungle. Heimerdinger jungle? Heimerdinger doesn't belong there. He belongs in every lane but the jungle.
I
But
know.
yet he's still
That's
trying
what I
his
was
hardest
saying,
to put him
too.
in the main in his main role. I don't understand, to be honest.
It's rough. I mean, not once did I go bot lane in any of these games.
I know exactly what you mean, Mr. Element Zero.
Thank you.
There isn't a rule just because we expected players to have the common decency to not play, Lee Shan jungling, but unfortunately he did it in the game. And there'll be penalties afterwards. I'm sorry this has happened to you. You're probably one of the.
Thank you. Thank you.
In terms of having fun, it's similar to Mr. Zyko Zumbo's story at the beginning of the video when he was saying that he was trying his best and he kept on pushing, and that things were scary and that things were against him because they were. And you kept on pushing. You kept on doing your best. You're one of the most fun players we see in this tournament.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot, actually.
Could you?
I'd just like to thank the refs for putting on such an amazing production here today. I know no one else is brave enough to say anything like that, but I would like to step up and say that.
That is incredibly brave of you, Mr. Element Zero.
You're welcome.
I just have a question of what does it feel like in the team right now to be on the losing team of the DCS? I know how hard it is.
It was a bit saddening, but I had a great time. I had a great time here today.
And I'm glad that you did. What was the feeling in the room after the Nexus fell in the second game?
There's a lot of I'm sorry's being thrown around. I will not lie, but I think the mood was enlightening. I think everyone was bringing the mood up. It was dark for a while, but we came back from the darkness and we entered the light.
Just inspiring words, Mr. Element Zero. That's the theme we're seeing with Team Hoppers United. You guys are trying your best, having the most fun. Each player, except for Prescotti, man, is really just trying to have the most fun that they can.
True, that's true.
I'm sorry.
That first game, sorry to interrupt, but that first game, Prescotti, man, he just muted everyone and was pushing the bot lane AFK. I don't really know what happened there, but
that's exactly what we expected on the caster's desk. We saw
sorry,
him AFK split pushing.
I put it out there.
And that's brave of you to say too, Element Zero. People won't say that sometimes, and you have to be able to hold your teammates accountable, especially in such an important tournament like this.
That's true. I just wish Team Asian Sky Knight would come out and reprimand Lee Shan a little bit. I don't mean to get aggressive here, but sorry. That was a little bit forward of me.
I agree, because that's exactly what we think. When will Team Asian Sky Knight stop trying to defend Lee Shan?
I don't know.
This is just.
I just don't know.
Absolutely, just awful to see. I guess we'll have to see what happens when the most fun player is chosen.
That's true.
Is there anything else you want to say, Mr. Element Zero?
The only thing that I would like to say is I'd like to thank everyone for being here tonight. I know some of us had some doubts the timing of the event. I'm not going to name names, but Lishan. But everyone came together and we all got together and we all had fun except for Lishan. And we had a great time except for Lishan, but that's okay because everyone else had a good time.
I agree.
But that's it.
I see what you mean. Those are truly inspiring words. We wish you the best of luck. Best of luck at getting the most for fun player.
Thank you.
I'm sorry that this tournament ended up the way it did, but at the same time,
that's okay.
Because, you guys had the most fun that you could. We could see that. We're going to send you back over now.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great night.
Thank you. You too. All right, now it's just between me and Tristan. It's really just the decision making now of who is the most for fun player.
I believe that the team members of Hoppa United, as on average, had more fun than the players on Team Asian Sky Knight. I will say that.
Losing is more fun.
Mental Gen may perhaps rival some of the players on Team Hoppa United, but his other team members, I don't believe, had nearly as much fun. Lishan is completely out of the question here.
Absolutely.
Prescotti man, judging by his first game, did not have fun.
Nope.
Therefore, he does not meet up to the standards of his other team members, nor Mental Gen.
Nope. I think we're really talking about, if we're talking about the team in general, unfortunately, I think I would have to say that losing the games, on purpose too, is probably more fun than winning the games. It may have to disqualify the Team Asian Sky, especially from just performances. Definitely an honorable mention to Mental Gen, but unfortunately, just that performance at the end with them trying to farm champions under the Nexus, that's just despicable to see.
Perhaps that is worth a team-wide disqualification for the most fun player.
I'll have to say, I think Zykel Zumbo would probably think the same way. Back in his day, people did not farm Nexus things. Probably something that people learned in Fortnite. Maybe they're playing Fortnite with Doug beforehand. So on Doug 110. We'll have to see what happens, but I think it probably is down to talking about Team Hoppa United, and we got some very good contenders here. It looks like everyone but Prescotti man. L10, we saw an amazing interview right there. He's saying that what was happening. He was against Brian Jackson Lee, the Lishan, the entire game, the villain of the group. We have Nabin, who's absolutely great bot lane with Swiss Magoose, and El Chongo, who we probably gave less cover. We definitely gave less coverage than we needed to. Who's holding it up top lane, holding down the fort for the second game, and dominating in the first game. With both for fun and otherwise.
I believe that my own for fun ranking, splitting between the three, either goes to Swiss Magoose, Element Zero, or El Chongo. On a personal bias, I just wish that Nabin had whipped out the Mordekaiser. I'm disappointed that he played the same champion both games.
We were excited to see the Sex Dungeon, as people may have noticed. In between games,
especially with Nabin violating DCS rules and playing Mordekaiser earlier today, though that rule was not made clear to the players, so I will not blame him. I will blame the DCS commissioners for that fault.
Was indeed made not clear. On the stream now we have some of the stuff that the DCS casters were looking at, some stuff that would have been.
Mr. Bumbo, I believe that there's something else on stream right now that you might want to clear up.
Oh no, this is exactly what I'm showing. This is stuff that is just related to the Mordekaiser pick. People may not like it, but Mordekaiser can just use the Sex Dungeon and everything to do the type of stuff. And, unfortunately, we never saw the Mordekaiser come out. I hope that in the future it comes out. May have to put Nabin out, which puts
may have to bench the bench the Gragas here.
Mm-hmm. Looks like it may be down to Element Zero, El Chongo, and Spruce Magoose, the 3 triad. It's like we may have to
El
decide these.
Chongo, he's my rival in the top lane. Don't know what much more I can say about him. He was fighting Lee Shan the first game of the jungle, so
that's very true.
Tried his hardest to have fun, but Lee Shan has a -5 fun on like any champion that he's fighting or any player that he's fighting.
It's very true.
I don't know. I feel as though being around Lee Shan just kills the good mood.
I'd agree. No, I think that we can go to a small commercial break while we decide who will be the DCS most for fun player. We'll go that now, and we'll have to make sure that Traston does not talk during the thing because his audio will be cut. So we'll go over to the advertisement. Hello, my name is Zykel Zumbo. As you all know, there's currently a lot of bad things happening in the country. But I'm here to tell you about something that's worse. There's a pandemic going on. A pandemic of people not peeling for the ADC. Now, you may think that this is something that doesn't affect me. I can play the game perfectly fine without having to have the entire team keep me in the game. However, for a select group of the population that is high risk, they cannot play normally. They cannot do things normally. I'm here to tell you that you can start to put an end to this. All you need to do is just peel for your AD. It's not that hard. You can look at where they are. Looking at your map is also a good start too. Thank you. Hi, my name is Michael Fumbo. I'm a doctor who specializes in helping people recover from certain illnesses, such as Jordan gaslighting you. If Jordan has gaslit you in the past, you may be entitled to compensation. This is a pandemic that is affecting millions of League of Legends players, and an end must be put to it. If you need help, my help, the experts' help, call 1-800-JORDAN is gaslighting me. That is 1-800-JORDAN is gaslighting me. Thank you. Looks like we're going back to the analyst desk now. Decision has been made between our analysts of who is the most for fun player. Truly, this is a momentous occasion for the Dolphinos Championship Series. You know, do you have any words to help inspire these players, Mr. Traston7?
I think that, you know, we all had a good time here. We had DCS commissioners had a good time watching. I would hope that all the players besides Lee Shan had a good time playing. There are a couple that stood out. If we could bring our finalists in just to speak with us for maybe like 2 to 3 minutes. We could bring them all in here.
Well,
that could be great.
We'll get a second opinion. You know, we may have a decision. We'll see what their case can be made of who's most for fun player. I'll drag them in now, and we'll get the music playing. We'll get this up and running. We'll now be inviting El Chongo, Swiss Magoose, and Element Zero.
Hey.
Hey guys, how's it going?
We will
What's
go
going on?
back in this grid view. I will ask that everyone turns on their camera so that we can get a good interview going. I'm going to ask, you know, I am first of all, humbled to be able to be in the same room as all of you players. You are, we found that you were by far and away the most for fun players in the DCS.
The honor is all yours, as the casters.
I know.
Truly, you are the most for fun of the players.
We have tried our best, but truly, it's up to the players to decide what the DCS is like. We'll give you a speech time. Each one of you can have a small speech to be able to say what you think about, being decided as some of the most for fun players. If any one of you wants to start.
Okay, I'll start.
Okay.
For fun player. So I don't know if people saw, but during my first red buff, I had my amazing top laner help me leash it, and we had a plan for us to bring it really low, and our Teemo had his E up, so he ended up burning it as I was trying to take it, and he got it. And so that is a for fun strategy.
We did not see that. That is an incredibly for fun strategy, and I'm glad that you brought it to our attention. That could most definitely affect the turnout of who will be the most for fun player. Do you have any other words to say for the rest of the contenders here?
I would like to say Anthony and Andy were probably the most for fun due to their drinking consumption. They really let loose and allowed themselves to be in a for fun zone. And luckily, Jordan supported it. And so whatever person you choose, I am 100% in support.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, Ochongo, how the honesty and just the support for the rest of your team. If we can, either one of Swiss Magoose or Elman Zero want to have a speech next. What are your thoughts?
I have a few words to say.
Mm-hmm.
I have a few words to say about my teammate, Swiss Magoose. I really think that he had a wonderful time. I really think so. Sorry, I don't want to put anyone down, but I have to disclose something that happened during the post-game lobby.
The post-game lobby?
I don't want to bring anyone up again, but Lishan, again. He repeatedly asked, what is a for fun player? How do you not know? How do you not know what fun is? I have no idea. I really don't. I mean, it's just, what kind of person doesn't understand the concept of fun? I really just don't understand. But anyway, disregarding that entirely, I would like to nominate my teammate, Swiss Magoose, for the most fun player of all time. Not just the DCS. All time. All of the fun players out of anywhere, any region. I think he really knows what the spirit of fun means.
That's a
thank you.
Tremendous
Everyone.
kind words.
Except for Lishan.
Of course. Tremendously kind words for Swiss Magoose there. And of course, I hadn't seen that with Lishan. It doesn't surprise me at all, judging from his gameplay. But of course, I agree. How do you not know how to have fun? Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know.
Can move it on to Swiss Magoose here.
I believe, as a DCS commissioner, I would like to request that we give Nabin a chance to speak here. I know there's been a lot of support. El Chongo mentioned him as well.
That's very true.
We should give Nabin a chance to speak, just for a couple seconds, at least as long as Lishan. Maybe double his time because he had double the fun. And honestly, everybody had more fun than Lishan.
That's
If
very
we could just
true.
get Nabin in here for a little bit, just to speak how he feels about the games.
I agree. It was a mistake not to include Nabin. You know, he was mentioned all the time with how fun he was. Dragging him now. Mr. Nabin.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
How your
is this
teammates
thing
have?
on?
It is on. How your teammates have recommended you as one of the most fun players. What do you have to say?
I mean, we had some rough times in there. Like in terms of winning the game, our Yasuo's R key was broken. Things happen. But Anthony really pulled it through. I don't think I deserve it. I think Swoosh was apologizing. He died. He apologized. He respawned. He apologized. He did things. He apologized. He was really trying to have the most fun. In between games, we were like, hey, join us in the waiting room for shots. And Anthony was the first one in there. Lee Sean joined us. It was a pretty small crowd. But I think Swoosh. I don't think I deserve it. I think Swoosh was the most for fun.
Those are just inspiring words. It seems that a lot of people have agreed that Swoosh Magoose is just one of the most fun players. And in Jordan's, Element Zero's words, the most fun player of all time.
That's true.
That's a very bold statement.
Think about time. I mean, he played a hard champion. If he didn't play such a hard champion like Jace, I would have said it was. I would have said maybe on our team. But all time, I think you're going in there with Jace. Jace is a hard champion. Swoosh isn't used to champions that change forms. He's at least. Oh wait, yeah. He's a solid player.
Yeah, great insight on just what happened in those games too. If I could just get just because we have most of the team here, what does Team Hoppers United think of Prescotty, man, as a whole?
I would like to say that I was disappointed when he was splitting that first game. He could have joined us as a team, because as a fun team, we stick together, and he obviously just didn't care at that time, and he decided just to AFK farm.
Of course.
DCS commissioners noticed that as well. That's why he's not here right now.
Yeah. If you're AFK split pushing, you don't get to get interviewed. It's just as simple as that. There's not much we can do. And of course, I think we're seeing this throughout the entire series, but just as a team as a whole, what do you think of the menace, Lee Sean?
I mean, I'll chime in. They had 2 games, like Lee Sean's Jungle Heimerdinger, known as the ecosystem historically. Like, he's played that champion before. That's not in DCS spirit. He picked that knowing it was not in the spirit of DCS. Same thing first game, Mentalgen's Zillion. If you click through on that loading screen, only champion met with mastery showing. There's something showing there on both those teams. So I don't think that was a very for fun. There's a reason we got 4 people from our team here on the for fun, where they had 2 people playing mastery champions. That seems pretty suspicious to me.
That is true.
But the ecosystem didn't get to shine as much that game. But he's 7-2-11, so I guess he did.
Yeah.
We will say that Jimmy does have Mastery 5 on every single champion he owns, so there wasn't really too much we could do. We tried our best with him, though.
Our Vietnamese analysts had a hard time trying to figure out which person should go on what champion. Mentoring was difficult. We do hear the concerns, though. It'll be changed for the next DCS.
And see, you can even see in the chat right now, Crow, not talking about loving salt. That's not for fun at all.
It's not.
Their whole team anti for fun.
Your team has done something amazing as well and had, for fun. You have 4 players, the four players for fun. It's just absolutely amazing to see that.
Prescotty, he dealt with me the first game. I'll give him that. He handled it with the Yone and the bot lane Gragas,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess we will see. Making the decision soon. Are there any last remarks that anyone wants to make before the interview ends?
I think that's about it.
We gotta let Swoosh Magoose speak right now. He's been waiting this whole time.
Yeah.
Save the best for last.
I will say this: if 423 and 8 isn't for fun, then what is?
What is?
I think that I tried to
Powerful
embody
stuff.
that. Honestly, in that last game, I don't even know who I was laying against. I had to ask my teammates what happened in that last game.
That's a
He
fact.
did ask us after the fact
That's a
who
fact.
we were playing against.
I personally thought that DCS stood for drink cocktails suckers, and
That was one of the acronyms.
I was lied to. I felt like, but if that led to the a possibility for a for fun trophy, then I'll accept it. I'll take that. But I was misled, and by Prescotti, man. He said, "I will do anything to lane against Theo. I don't care who the fuck." His words. I'm sorry. I don't mean to curse, but his words is thrown under the bus as long as I get a verse Theo. I don't know any of the beef with Theo, but that's Prescotti, man. And if I have to take a trophy for most for fun, that's what has to happen.
Just insightful information as well. I had not realized that Prescotti was ready to throw the entire team under the bus after AFK split pushing in the earlier game.
I was on that bus, by the way.
I saw it was a crash that you couldn't take your eyes away from it because Prescotti had thrown the team under. We will head into the announcement phase now. Now we'll ask for final remarks. Anyone wants to say anything before the most for fun player is announced?
Just that it's been an honor. This is an amazing tournament.
Honor.
Such an honor. Such an honor.
I'll throw out something lofty there. Zykel Zumbog, 2024. The election's wide open. Zykel clearly knows what he's talking about. Looks very presidential. I think that could be a legitimate candidate going against either, Sleepy Joe Biden or whatever nickname we have for Trump, fucking shitty President Donald Trump, Zykel could handle it.
I agree.
Just his determination and his willpower to become the president of DCS and just host all this is just amazing. For his fortune to be able to give so much money for both the for fun players and the winners is just absolutely amazing.
Yes. Yeah.
I will
Thank you.
send you guys back for now, and we'll make the announcement. So, thank you all.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Now, we're going to go into the announcement phase. I know that it's a lot of good decisions and that the field is left wide open for, whoever is going to be this most for fun player. We saw a lot of people saying different things. We saw that Swiss Goose is definitely one of the top choices, but we'll see what happens. We're going to go into the decision-making phase now. The most for fun player in the DCS 2020 is Swoosh Magoose. Back to the analyst. We're going to stop we're not going to stop Silver Scrapes there. We're going to keep it going. We're going to put Swoosh Magoose back on the call. We're going to drag him back in. Swoosh Magoose, you are the most for fun player in this tournament. What does it feel like to be such a victor? And I'm not going to have Trask in here. Give me just 1 second here. I will get myself out of the way for the most for fun player.
It put me out of the way too. This is his hour.
Yeah, this is Swoosh Magoose's hour here.
I just wanted to, for fun. That's what I was told to get in here was for the fun. So that's what I'm here for.
Absolutely.
I'm so honored. I'm so honored to be the most for fun player.
You know, I envy your ability to have fun no matter the situation. Have you thought about what skin you're gonna use for with your newfound 520 RP gifted to you by Zykel Zumbo, the president of the DCS?
I feel like I want like something Fiora, something in the 2011 kind of flavor things,
Yeah.
I think that's what I'd go for. Yeah.
It's definitely a good decision. We'll bring you back down here. We'll bring Traston back onto the screen. Traston, do you have anything to say? Congratulate Swiss Magoose?
Yeah, congratulations, Mr. Swoos Magoose. I had a very fun time watching your top lane Teemo gameplay. I just think that all around, you weren't really trying to win, you weren't trying to lose, you were just trying to have a good time, I mean,
thank you.
You did what you could with the resources that you were given, and
thank you.
Nobody can expect anything more from you, and you just played the game.
Thank you. I did feel like I got some champions that I wasn't as familiar with, and tried to diversify with what I was given, and I had a great time. And because I had a great time, I feel like that's why I was selected for the most for fun player, because I was really trying to have fun tonight. That was the goal.
I think we most definitely saw that.
Thank you,
Swiss Magoose. Once again, congratulations. You were the most for fun player, and in the words of Element Zero, your teammate, the possibly most for fun player in the world.
I try,
this
I really do want to have a good time.
And that very well could be true. Well, to thank you again for
thank you so much.
We'll send you back now, but thank you very much. All right, now we'll go back to the analyst desk here. Traston 7. You have any final thoughts about the DCS? What do you think you saw here?
I think it was a great success. I think that there may be some rules that we could switch around for next time on the DCS commissioner's part, like some banning rules and that sort of thing. But overall, of course, minus the outlier of Lee Sean, I think that most players had a pretty good time. Maybe not Prescott the first game, Lee Sean neither game, but I mean, what can you do? Not everyone is up for a good time.
It's very true. We give a lot of spotlight to the other team, but Mental Gen and Spug Dog were still had a lot of fun on the other team. We don't want to seem biased, but the winning the game.
Mental Gen and Smug Dog smashed the competition, to be honest.
Absolutely. If they
Ivern top, it's a for fun pick.
Yeah. If they hadn't won the game, then they may have been contenders for some of the most for fun players. But it absolutely comes nothing towards Swiss Magoose, who is most definitely, easily, arguably the most for fun player in the world. Here, I think we're gonna decide to sign off soon. I'm gonna say thank you to the entire Dolphinos for participating in this very long and fun DCS tournament, and that it was very fun to do, and that it's just cool to be able to do this when everything else in the world sucks. So, but any last final thoughts about the DCS as a whole, Mr. Traston?
It was a great success. I hope to do this again sometime soon. Except hopefully next time we'll be players, not commissioners.
Very true. With that, we will sign off of the DCS. Thank you, everyone. And before that, we'll give you a sneak peek of the. We'll give you that. But thank you very much for participating, and have a good night, everyone.